Hi there, and welcome to the Friday live stream. It's gotta warn you, if you're here, means you're one of the cool kids on the internet. Happy Friday, my movie peeps. Yeah, these are Minecraft glasses I got when I went to go watch Minecraft, and I'm just gonna rock them because your boy, Chicken Jockey. Flint and Steel, we're never letting it die. We're gonna continue on because hey man, for some reason memes equal money, so I'm hoping that translates for today's chat. Chris said, Flint and Steel, where's my wallet? I gotta give him $100 super chat. Obviously, that's how it's gonna work. There's somebody who's debating that now. I could do it, it'd be funny. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just appreciate me with these glasses. Ooh, coming in hot. Hello, my beautiful movie peeps. It is so nice to see you here on a wonderful Friday. Oh, already spent Flint and Stilusi. Okay, that's where we going with this, huh? Blades for days. I don't even remember that one. I see that one sent. I don't remember that. This is a big belly, Chris. My feelings are hurt. Mood gone. Thank you guys. This was fun. We're ending it here. Hello. What someone said that thumbnail. Is my thumbnail appearing? Some issues before I was getting started that my thumbnail was not showing. Okay, my thumbnail's here. Oh, it's because I put Sasha Kaye Supergirl. Hey man, I couldn't use the images from the leaks because I didn't know if maybe it would get copy striked or whatnot. So I threw in the last best Supergirl we had, Sasha Kaye. That she got that thing on though. In fact, let me just to stare at it. Oh, now you don't know what I'm looking at. Could be looking at Chicken Jockey. Could be looking at Mr. Penguinzo, Moist Critical. Maybe I'm looking at Gremlin. You can't tell when I wear my Minecraft glasses. Oh, guys, it is so nice to see your wonderful faces. You guys really brighten up my Friday, man. All of you who decide to chime in and be here with me just for a couple hours in the night, I love it. Seriously, like, you should see the way I'm like acting before the stream. I'm just like, okay, oh, I just want to go to bed. I just want to watch some TV. I can't. As soon as I hit that live button, the energy flows through me, and I'm excited to talk to all of you, like always. No problem. Oh, geez. Oh, you don't have to be so humble about it, buddy. All right, let's go through some of the topics we're going to discuss here today, and then we'll be diving right into them here. So, guys, not a lot of topics. It was kind of a chill week, but we got some things to talk about here. We got the Oscars finally adding a stunt category. How we feeling about that? And is it the right move? That's right. Your buddy's gonna play devil's advocate because when I got these glasses on, I'm invincible. Okay. Title card just went up. Supergirl set photos released, and we got to look at Sasha Kaye's Supergirl outfit. It's a banging outfit. It's a banging outfit. We got more wild Minecraft videos that have been online since the last week that we talked about this. I thought we hit the peak of what insanity could go down in these theaters. The videos I have found, I cannot believe some of the new heights, along with other little updates involved with the Minecraft movie. Because we're still talking about it. It's not over. The meme isn't dead. No. And Warner Brothers confirming a couple of sequels that we heard of in the works, but now they're reaffirming it and which ones we're most excited about. Okay, so gonna put these off just for a little bit. Ooh, just lost 10 points of cool. I'll get them back later. I'll get them back later. No problem. Oh, so nice to have you guys. Someone said spring break. That's nice, Dark Lightning. Yeah, on spring break. A lot of cool stuff happens on spring break. Me? Stayed at home. We couldn't go much out for spring break, but hey, I enjoyed my time sleeping in that week. Oh, negative 10 aura points. No. You didn't have to measure them, buddy. All right. Where do we even begin then? You know what? Well, no, I'll save it. I'll save it. I for you once we're done. Somebody on the Reddit decided to put together a 3C Films Iceberg. Mama, I made it big. Mama, I am famous now. Okay? They've decided to put in A 3C Films Iceberg. If you're not familiar with this, if you don't spend too much time on YouTube, which I assume you do because you're right here watching this stream, right? Icebergs, very popular videos. You could do them on any and everything subject where you just try to go in and basically go from the top to the most commonly known knowledge about that subject to then going deeper and deeper to the most obscure and random knowledge. This started 4 days ago and it has been so funny seeing some of the things. I am going to go through it once we're done talking about all our topics, but I just wanted to make y'all aware in case you wanted to add to the iceberg. I'm not sure if I can put it in the chat. I'm just going to see if what happens if I do that way. You have a direct link to it. See if maybe you can copy it. I just threw it into the chat. So if you have an obscure 3C Films fact or reference you want to add on there, please try not to hurt my feelings too much because there's some stuff in here. I was like, you guys remember I said that? I didn't think anybody was watching when I said that, but y'all were watching. And now I need that deleted from the internet, okay? All right, so we'll get into that afterwards. But let's go into our topics now. Okay. So kicking things off, earlier this week it got announced that the Oscars are going to be putting in for a stunt category at the Oscars. So let me see if I got it here. So we have it here. The Oscars will finally introduce a best stunt category. It'll begin in 2027. Now, I know the Oscars have become less and less relevant each year, but I still think they're very prestigious awards. I do think it's kind of like an exciting celebratory time for movies. I mean, if you look at the ratings year to year, let me see if I can find that Oscar viewership ratings. I kind of blew my mind how many people watch the Oscars now compared to how much they did years ago. Let me see if I could. I saw it whenever it was. Okay, this is what it was. So this is how it's been. Okay, Oscar viewership ratings through the years. And my God, after the pandemic, people just stopped caring. People just did not want to show up anymore. And it's crazy to think in 2014, 43 million views, 37, 34, 32, 26, 20. It was just steadily declining. And it's been going down. And with this, the Oscars knowing, and it's still a big part to have, viewership there because they got money involved and things like that. And if no one's watching, then why are we spending time with this award show, right? Especially if it's like 3 hours long. So because of this, there's been things the Oscars has been trying to do year to year to kind of re-get the audience to come back. One year they introduced a fan voted award. You guys remember this? It was a fan voted in award where the fans got to choose that year what was the best movie, and it was Zack Snyder's Justice League 1. They didn't get an actual Oscar for it. They just said, hey, we let people vote online, and a fan base that's accused for having a lot of bots sometimes, they happen to win that award. I don't know. Not to say they didn't deserve it. I do actually really like Zack Snyder's Justice League, but I was like, okay, that didn't feel like an Oscar thing. That felt like something MTV Movie Award does. Oscars, you're not an MTV Movie Award. Then they did one year what was it called? The best blockbuster movie? Or it was something like that, which I was 50-50 on, but they got rid of it, where it was basically going to be the way for them to give Oscars to like Marvel movies or Fast and Furious movies, basically movies that are bringing mainstream audiences, and they were hoping that could, but that got major backlash and they removed that category right away. Either way, one thing that people have been begging for is stunts. Recognize the stunt people, because there have been a crazy amount of stunts that have been done over the years, and the fact that they don't get awarded or shown recognition during the Oscars for that is criminal. Okay, now it's finally happening. It is kind of wild that they're actually going to be doing it after Tom Cruise is ending his like Mission Impossible run. At least he says there could still be more Mission Impossible movies after this, but it's looking like this could maybe be the end. And Tom Cruise did like a whole hell of stunts for this movie, not even counting all the other movies where he, dude, y'all just cheated Tom Cruise out of an Oscar there. And I saw some people even say, like, yeah, they would do this when Jackie Chan's no longer in his prime. And I'm like, dude, of course, Jackie Chan was doing the most craziest stunts. What Tom Cruise does now, I still think Jackie Chan was above. Jackie Chan was doing things I don't even think Tom Cruise would have attempted. And so it is kind of crazy. But okay. My thought on this, because I'm happy and I love this for them, and I'm not taking that away. But I'm gonna play devil's advocate for a second. I need you to dive into my mind, okay? In fact, I'm gonna put on the cool glasses, and when I put these on, you're not allowed to cancel me or say I'm wrong. Those are the rules that came with the Minecraft glasses. I'm sorry if you didn't get any. Okay. I think one of the reasons, and at least in my opinion, why there was never a real award for this or even a sign to, like, give the stunt people. One is because how do you measure that? There's been so many stunts done in Hollywood where people die, people break their bones, people get paralyzed. Horrible, right? Can you imagine being the stunt actor who went paralyzed that year or died and you didn't win the award, right? And then how do you also measure whose stunt was crazier, right? Because like, oh, this guy definitely risked his life. This guy risked his life a little bit more. That's the kind of stuff where it was like kind of hard because you can encourage someone to give a great performance in the same way you can encourage an athlete to, I think be really, fast in their sport, do a lot of points and whatnot. When you're doing stunts, you're encouraging life threatening things. And it's like, how do you award that kind of behavior and say, all right, who's going to give the most life threatening stunt this year? Is it you? You going to give up your life for this golden award? That's what I always felt. On the other hand, though, the way they describe the award, stunt designed, I think will be a real key issue. And hopefully that's kind of where they really try to strive for, where it's not going to be so much of a like, oh, this guy almost died, so he definitely deserves the award for best stunt. It should be more of like the trick involved, right? Or just the way it was set up. That's what I'm going to be interested in, especially when they present it come the year 2027 or 28, whichever Oscar year that falls on. I really hope they showcase a good video about like this is what needed to be done for this stunt to be accomplished. And I was even watching Campy's thoughts on this, and he made a good point about, well, how much CGI or VFX involved could that take away from a stunt? If you have a guy rolling in a car where they do a car trick like Fast and Furious and they roll like that, if part of that stunt was like half CGI, does that qualify it, disqualify it? A lot of interesting angles. And that does make me very curious about how they'll go about awarding it. And we're talking about people like Tom Cruise or Jackie Chan, but the main people who are going to be winning this award are people you don't know. Are names you've never heard of, and it's going to be someone like Rocky Stanaki. He's done stunt work for Tom Cruise. Will Smith. It's going to be unheard of people, and um, is that going to be that exciting? Or like if random guy whose name you never heard of, but then Tom Cruise is in the category, who's going to be better for the show in terms of presentation? Be like, well, no one knows this guy, but if we put Tom Cruise on there, we might get that viewership number. So it's interesting stuff to talk about. Oh yeah. Oh, hey, Jonathan, you're in here, buddy. You didn't have to watch me, dude. Jonathan is in here, guys. Please, if you don't know his channel, which I'm trying to remember the name of it right now. I think it's called Film Drunk, right? Film Drunk? Is it Film Drunk or am I thinking? It is Film Drunk. Go check out him. He's got great reviews, really nice stuff. There's a lot more in detailed and higher opinions than me. I'll give you a nice say about why the Minecraft fart joke was good. He'll actually tell you why movies like Warfare are worth watching, and Mickey 17. Definitely give this man a watch. Give this man a watch. Thank you for being here, buddy. But oh yeah, dude, like and even Keanu Reeves has done a lot of work in those movies too. How do you differentiate the stunt work he does and then the other stunt work that other performers do as well? So it's just an interesting category. I'm glad that it's getting that, and it makes me also wonder what other categories are going to be added on into the Oscars as this continues on, because they're just going to continue trying to get more viewer attention, this and that. I think they're still trying to figure out how do we get the mainstream audience, how do we somehow involve the Minecraft movie and films like Marvel into the Oscars, not maybe necessarily give them awards, but they're thinking about it, man, because some of that translate to, and if you can get those chicken jockey kids to tune in to the Oscars, hey, that's good viewership for them. But I'd wonder how they do it. I'd wonder how they do it. So you guys let me know what y'all think about that. And yes, right there, Jonathan, getting a subscriber. All right, I get 10% of those ad revenues from him watching you, buddy. Hope you're listening. All right, let's continue on now. So you guys let me know what you think about that, and what other categories that they have not really implemented that they should. I would honestly love a category, and I know I'm not even kidding, a marketing category, an Oscar marketing category. I don't know. I've just always been fascinating with marketing. And I think if you can show an award for like really, how do I say it? Getting your movie shown to the audience and having some creative marketing that can implement something. It's something to think about there. Like I think about movies like Barbie, who had a really great marketing campaign, the Barbenheimer situation, but that's also just kind of just brought up. Can you really point the Barbenheimer to some guy in a room and be like, he came up with that? He did that, you know? Uh, not agreeing with that. Someone said, nah, that's a lame ass. I think marketing is cool. I don't know. Best voice acting category, that would be good. That would be good. And you add some more prestige, but man, we're just gonna be adding that into a category of people of Chris Pratt's and I don't know. He did really good as Mario. His plumber voice, convincing, convincing. Let me see some of the other possible categories you guys are at. To the best aura. I hate all of y'all. No one's giving me a serious answer. The best aura. Let's see here. We got horror category. I mean, I wouldn't mind that, especially because doesn't like the Golden Globes have like a musical comedy drama category where it's like three different genres in one category, right? That's what the Golden Globes have is like best comedy musical. And you're like, couldn't that be like two different things? Why is that a thing? A horror category, honestly, yeah. Because they don't seem to want to give the category there's a lot of Oscar missing out on. Like I still think Naomi Scott from Smile 2, she deserved some recognition for her performance, but because it's a smile movie, it's a genre horror movie, it's like it's kind of ridiculous. And I mean, even performances like in Get Out, not Get Out, Us with I'm forget Lupita Nyong'o, like that's a worthy performance there, but it gets overlooked. And maybe just dedicating a horror category would be nice, but I don't know. Maybe then again, it'd be kind of just like letting them at the table when they feel they don't need to. Let's see here. Who else? Best motion capture. I don't think you'd get enough every year for that. Maybe mocap. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. I was thinking more of the VFX, but the performance through mocap. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that, but it would be in the thing of how much of the VFX is helping with that performance and how much of it is natural in the actor, right? Because you can do this kind of face, you go, oh, oh no, like the monkey from what was it, Planet of the Apes? How much of that raised his eyebrows 10%, you know? Practice that's just a dying category, unfortunately, in Hollywood. Alien Romulus would have won that though. Alien Romulus would have won that. I don't know. Interesting stuff. Love you guys putting your input on that. So let's move on forward. Let's get into some of these Supergirl set photos. So we all know Supergirl isn't coming. And I'm pretty interested in the movie. I want to see how it turns out. I was pretty sad that Supergirl from The Flash, did not get her time to shine. Sasha Kaye, who I met and she signed my Funko Pop. Really nice of her. I even thought she had a pretty banging outfit. That was a really cool outfit. Nice inspiration from Henry Cavill's Man of Steel suit also. But it seemed pretty clear once James Gunn, rolled on his new DCU and they wanted to separate themselves from everything Flash controversy since it ended up flopping. They just wanted to move on, right? And I had no interest in a Supergirl movie because, let's be honest, it's not a character I care too much of. I just felt like slightly derivative to Superman, but that's also because I've never read any Supergirl or saw anything of her that made me that interested until they announced the movie. And then they said it would be from this Tom King comic of Supergirl Woman Tomorrow. Bought it, picked it up the week they announced it. Now I totally understood why they chose this to be a movie and how this could be so different than what people are expecting, because it's not going to be no regular Earth-based adventure, Superman-esque movie that we're kind of getting with David Cornswell, which I'm sure will be amazing. This is really going to be his cosmic adventure, have crypto a little bit involved in there, showcase a different side of Supergirl that you're not expecting, and really highlight her trauma as compared to Kal-El, who, was a baby and doesn't remember the destruction of his planet. But Supergirl does remember destruction and her home life she once had, all gone. She's a lot more broken because of it. Either way, we saw the comments people made whenever David Cornsweet's Superman suit came out, right? Superman suit 2025. It's one of those things, just like with the Robert Pattinson suit, where I did not like it at first, but the more I see it in trailers, the more I've looked at it, I've really grown to appreciate the suit. I've really grown to like the colors and the symbol. I'm digging the suit now. I would have still liked a little less lines, but I'm loving the underwear, the gold belt, all that. So now it was left to see what Supergirl's outfit would look like, right? And now we don't have the clearest look. We have enough of a look that really gets me excited. So here we have a look at Millie Alcock, the actress, whose Supergirl suit. Great. You could see the 100% inspiration from the Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow suit with the big old gold belt, the skirt, all that. I honestly did not think they would pull in the skirt for this. Yeah, sometimes there's a debate, especially sometimes I watch Wonder Woman with Gal Gadot's, and I never realize how extremely short that skirt is. That's a weird thing to point out right now, but Wonder Woman Gal Gadot, I don't know, you watch the movie sometimes, I'm like, man, that thing is short. Like that thing is small, dude. Like, I don't know. It's the kind of thing that if it was me, pair of pistachios would be coming right under that skirt. That's kind of crazy how they pulled that off there. And so I didn't know if they'd go with the skirt look again or whatnot, if they want to modernize it, really cover up. But no, they're going for it. They're really they're going with that. They have the nice high boots. I saw in some photos it looked like they were going to give her the small cape. Nope, right here you can clearly see they're going to give her the long cape. Love it, and especially it is going to be the same Superman symbol as the David Corn sweatsuit, which of course, it says I'm assuming it comes from the same house, same bloodline. Got to go with that. So yeah, I'm good with that. Uh, I think this is awesome. I love the suit. If anything, I feel like I'm gonna instantly like this suit more compared to the David Corn sweatsuit. Because I remember when I saw the David Corn sweatsuit, I was like, that is kind of cool. I don't know. I don't like this. I don't like that. And we'll see how many lines are in the suit once we see it. I think they're going with a bit of more simple easy copy and paste from the comic, and I think that's awesome. Now getting on to what like we're actually seeing though in these set photos, so it seems like she's definitely on a different planet, and we're getting some like space alien tanks. Hang on, I got some. Let me see here. I think I got some bookmarks that I showcased. Oh, that's for later. That's the Minecraft talk. All right. Here we have some of the stuff. So here we got some of the tanks going on. There's a lot of like blue screens going on in action. This is definitely, I think, another planet. That's one of the awesome parts, I think, about the Supergirl comic that we're going to get into more. And this right here, we're going to talk about this individual. But that when she's traveling from other planets, depending on where she is and where she lands, she might not be as powerful as she would be on Earth because of our star. The star, our sun gives the super people, the Kryptonians, their ultra super abilities. We just saw that clip from David Cornsweet Superman movie where he's taking in the sun rays. She lands on a planet with a smaller sun, a less bright sun, a red sun. She is just as vulnerable as us, and that is a plot point in the early issues of Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, which I think is going to be interesting. And we know there's going to be a bounty hunter after her. Lobo right here. This is looking to be also our first look at Jason Momoa's Lobo, whether that's actually him in costume or it's a stunt double, it's someone else. Sometimes they have stand-ins, but it looks like he's got kind of like an axe going on there. I'm for sure thinking they're going to also make Lobo basically look like some of the let me see, like concept art that we have gotten of what people imagine. Like, I think it's literally going to be something like this. Jason Momoa is going to end up looking just like that, and it's going to look great in live action. I just wonder how much screen time he's going to get. I'd hate it if it's just one scene. I would like a decent part, but I do remember seeing some interviews where they were like, it's not going to be that big of a role. But whoo, dude, that is going to be awesome. And I still hope they also include Lobo's dog. Let's see, Lobo dog. I forget what's his dog's name. Something just logo comic dog. What's the dog? It's just named Dog with a W. But because of Crypto in there, if we have just another dog, Lobo's dog, and they both get to fight in there, that's just some of that stuff I like. Now I guess I don't want to spoil too much, but Crypto gets kind of injured in this story, and I have not seen many set photos or even a mention of how much Crypto is in this story. He's going to be something huge in Superman. I honestly think that's the reason they're heavily marketing crypto in Superman right now. Not necessarily to draw in the dog people or general audiences that find that adorable. It has definitely been working for like my lady and other family members. They're like, oh, they got crypto in there. I think that's going to be like almost the Nick Fury a little bit for the universe, where it's like, oh, they got crypto in this one too. Oh, I got to see what happens to that dog. Oh no. You'll see when you watch. It happens in the first couple issues, buddy. Um, so yeah, no way they kill crypto though. If they do that, that's we gotta have some issues. But just like Supergirl gets vulnerable in certain sunlight, so does crypto, and that's even gonna be more interesting seeing that in live action. Because crypto as a dog isn't aware that in certain settings he's vulnerable, in other settings he's more powerful. He's just gonna be acting like his super self. Oh man, I can't wait to see those scenes if they translate them from the comic. Other than that, though, I'm liking what I'm seeing. I'm excited. I think this is going to be one of those movies where it's like I never thought I'd actually genuinely be hyped for. I thought throughout all of Supergirl's marketing and things, I just have to be like, hey, could be cool, guys, could be all right. We'll see how it goes. I'm liking what I'm seeing. I think all this is going nice and dandy. A Lobo will definitely be shown off in the trailers. Some crypto in there, so yeah, I'm happy with this. Are you guys liking the Supergirl outfit? I'm pretty cool with it. They for sure had to go different than the Sasha Kaye suit, but I think the suit is going to be an instant winner once they officially release. And I'm surprised we haven't gotten an official look yet, because Warner Brothers does that sometimes when they know they're filming out or they got set photos that have been leaked. They'll just release an official photo or kind of like a test suit thing they did with like the Robert Pattinson when he was under the red lights. Could have been cool. Could have been cool. We'll see. You guys let me know. You guys let me know. All right. Let's take a minute and talk about the number one movie in America, in the world, in the universe, honestly, if you think about it, the Minecraft movie. Chicken Jockey. So it's been a whole dang, I don't know, 2 weeks now that the movie's been in theaters. Honestly, I cannot believe the memes have carried this movie this far. There have been so many movies where the memes about the movie is just to make fun of it, talk about how awful it is, but it never translated into actual box office dollars. It somehow is working for the Minecraft film, and it's become a huge event. And I did do a video, if you didn't see it already, about like kind of the crazy videos that have happened where people go to the screenings, throw popcorn, jump on each other, get real loud, even throw food at other people there, where they call the cops, all that. So like I thought, like, dang, isn't that crazy that was happening? I thought that was going to be the end of it. Just one wild weekend. No. Oh, no, buddy. Those videos got way crazier. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of them, along with other things that have been impacting the Minecraft movie. So I've here bookmarked a couple of things. I'm gonna save that one for last, but let's get into this first one right here. What are we doing? We got I was about to say a full grown man. No, this is a child. This is like a teenager, no more than 14, 15. I don't even know if I'm allowed to show you this. Someone's probably FBI's knocking at my door right now. Let me Can't cancel me when the Minecraft glasses are on, so whew, safe. And I'm just gonna let this repeat. What is happening? What is in the Minecraft movie sauce? What is in the Minecraft movie juice that turns kids, not even kids, just little boys from the ages of 13, no, like 12 to the age of like 17, 16, into just hooligans, just doing the most at these screenings? It's become kind of the craziest part. And all throughout this, I just feel terribly sorry for the movie theater employees, because it has not gotten better. And in fact, it's going to get a little worse for them, because now we're actually seeing theaters encourage this kind of behavior a little bit. We got here a couple of articles. We're going to talk about that in a sec. This happened first off. We got here a movie theater chain in the UK where, again, mind you, this kind of behavior where you clap, cheer, get all excited for a movie, that's kind of an American thing. I'm not saying we started or anything like that, but it was always the thing that whenever Marvel movies were happening, and I would be that guy. Like after a Marvel movie came out, I'd go on YouTube and try to see if there was an audience reaction, because I want to hear people chant on when Spider-Man came out in Civil War, this and that. I remember always reading the comments, and people would be like, behavior like this would never be allowed in the UK. We would never be able to do this in Australia. Like other countries, it's like a big no-no to clap and cheer, not do this popcorn throwing nonsense. No, just go, woo, Toby, yeah. Big no-no. But that's changed lately. And it's going all over the world. And the Minecraft movie is breaking those barriers because we had here saying shouting chicken jockey and I am Steve is officially encouraged. A UK cinema chain announced some Minecraft movie screenings where fans can go wild. I called it. I literally said this would happen whenever I did my video last week talking about some of these crazy things going on in theaters that they're going to see this is bringing in people. This is buying movie tickets. This is buying large buckets of popcorn, soda, all that. You are going to see theaters now have screenings where they're like, hey, you want to hoot and holler in time? Extra $2. There you go. Friday night. Enjoy, little Billy. And it's actually happening. Like this might actually become a regular occurrence. And I don't know. Obviously don't want you throwing popcorn and ruining it for the movie theater goers like that the or the employees. That's just terrible. But I think if you can guarantee I'll buy a ticket to a screening for a movie I'm excited about and want to have a hyped crowd, because I'm not going to lie, a hyped crowd makes the difference. It can turn a great movie to an excellent time. It can turn an okay movie into a good movie just by having people cheering and getting into it genuinely. I think some of these cheers are artificial and overdone, which will probably end up annoying me. But I've been in a theater when I saw Spider-Man No Way Home and people were clapping and cheering. And then I saw another screening where no one clapped and cheered. And it did kind of make it a little awkward. I'm like, man, I want some excitement. So I know the difference it could make. And heck, if I go watch Avengers Endgame and you can guarantee I'm going to have a cheering crowd, I'm gonna watch that cheering crowd for Avengers Doomsday. I meant. So that's happening. That was in the UK. Today, literally 1 hour ago, Regal has announced the same thing for within the states. Level up your experience of a Minecraft movie with our chicken jockey screenings exclusively in 40x. Dress up as your favorite Minecraft character, whoop, yell, clap, and shout. Chicken jockey! Get tickets now. It's here, ladies and gentlemen. This is the future of movie screenings. You want to clap and cheer in screening? You have your preference now. This is gonna happen. I can't believe we're in this era. It's happening so fast. I didn't think it would happen this quickly. I thought like the next movie we get something like this would happen, but if you want it, and dude, they're making it on the 40x screening. That's their most expensive screen because you have to pay a little bit extra. Regal was kind of smart, and so far they're the only ones that jumped on it within the states. I haven't seen AMC or Cinemark announce the same thing, but okay, maybe that's kind of better. It could go both ways because, like, if you want that time to experience this viral event going on right now and be part of it, like your little kid is probably seeing all these videos and mom, I want to see Minecraft movie and throw popcorn. All right, Bill, we got a hoot and hollering screen, and we'll sign up for that. But then if you don't want that time, you just buy a different showcase, and hopefully that doesn't happen. And because all the hoot and hollering people went to that screen, who knows? But it's happening right now. I thought that was wild. But then, okay, let's get in on to the most wild video. And this right now is the peak. This is the peak. This is the craziest I've seen it. Let's go with our appetizer first. So here we have how awful it can get. And all these people, I hope they had to stay behind and clean this up because that's just awful. I know it's people's jobs to clean up a theater, but this is excessive and wild. And I do feel bad for the employees. But again, a movie theater chain sees that, and all they saw was they're not just buying the large popcorn. They're buying the jumbo corns. Okay, this isn't large popcorn right here. Cinemark sells these. These are like the jumbo popcorns that are like $40. I don't know who's ever sitting down and eating all of that in one sitting. But if a theater chain is like, oh, if we can sell a whole bunch of jumbo bags for one screening and they're just gonna toss it on the floor, all right, I can scoop that up and put it in another jumbo bag. I don't think they're actually doing that, but that would be wild, right? So that was awful. But it was this video where I could not believe it. All right, you might not be seeing it, but what you just witnessed is someone bringing an actual chicken for the chicken jockey moment. How did they pull this off? Where did this come from? Who had the idea? And how did nobody notice a teenager bringing in a chicken to a movie theater? We're about to zoom in on it. You're about to see it real quick right there. What? How? Where did he get it? Who did this? My goodness, that's it. This video won out of everybody I've seen with people throwing water, throwing sodas, throwing popcorn, causing fights, calling the cops, pulling the fire alarms. It is the man who brought chicken jockey moment. I cannot this is insane. I don't know what's going on here. How did this become a trend? Like, dude, whoever wrote down those lines for the Minecraft movie, genius. Absolute genius move because how how did you at all think this would happen? Think about that day when they were filming and we're like, "Jack, we need you to say Flint and Steel." Flint and Steel. You know what was I found out that's not even what they call those things in the Minecraft world. They're not called chicken jockeys. They just made that up for the movie and it caught on, baby. It caught on. Someone said animal abuse for real. Like, I really need to know where he got it. There's like a video where like it shows him bringing it to the theater. Let me see if I can pull that video. Oh, did I not save it? Maybe it was this one. I remember seeing a video where it was literally him getting it out of his car and whatnot. I guess I didn't save it, but still, that was insane, right? So we had that go on, and the chicken jockey stuff goes further because I saw here an account I follow sometimes because they're right on when popcorn buckets or things are going to be announced. This chicken jockey popcorn bucket that I'm pretty sure I only paid 25 bucks for sold out at every Cinemark theater. Can't find this thing anymore. And now it's being resold on eBay for $250. Yeah. When I do my bucket ranking video at the end of the year, don't be surprised if I don't own this guy anymore cuz I'm cashing in. This is my stock market, okay? This is what I know. I don't know anything about trading on the Nasdaq or anything like that, but I know I can flip a popcorn bucket right now for some moolah. It is insane, dude. These little kids, they want to remember the moment. They want to remember what was there for Chicken Jockey. The director did comment on it, and I'm surprised he didn't even like talk about how awful some of these people are acting. The director Jared Hess of the Minecraft movie said it's just really cheering and throwing popcorn. Cops are getting called for popcorn. I've seen so many funny videos. It's great, especially when people are climbing on their friends' shoulders and standing up and cheering. Yeah, so it is a little weird. It would have been nice if he said, "Man, be nice to the employees" or something. But I guess it's not his place, or maybe it should be, right? But dude, this Minecraft stuff, it's been wild. And like they've announced this, well, they haven't fully announced the sequel, but they're talking right now. Sequel's going to be happening. It's going to be going down. I can only imagine now what the marketing, what it's going to look like. You thought Jack Black said weird things in the trailer. Now, whenever the Minecraft movie 2 trailer comes out, it's going to be nothing but Jack Black saying Diamond Cube. I don't know Minecraft phrases. I'm trying my best here. What's this? Skeleton creeper, skeleton on a spider. I don't whatever this. It's just insane, and I'm gonna feel more cringe for the movies that are gonna try and replicate this sort of Minecraft phenomenon. I don't know if the FNAF movie will be able to do it. I've got to think the FNAF crowds are going to be more tamed, but maybe they want to compete. Maybe they want to show that their fandom is just as crazy and loco. But man, I just did not know Minecraft fans were like this, bro. It's just people at home building little villages. It's a phenomenon. It's wild. Spider jockey. So yeah, you guys let me know. What have you thought with all these Minecraft updates? I thought the shenanigans were going to be over after that first week, but now theaters are encouraging it, having separate chicken jockeying screenings. It's making them money whether they like it or not. They're not really caring if they're hurting the employees. They're like, you got to clean up that theater anyways, Josh. Come on now, get in there. It's wild. It's wild. I love to know you guys. And if you've seen any other wild videos, to me, that guy holding the chicken is the craziest video I saw. Craziest video I saw. Yeah. Okay. Let's go into talking about Warner Brothers announcing some sequels. So, Warner Brothers not Warner Brothers, but was it? Let me see here. Luca. Let me see. I'm trying to remember the names. De Luca WB. there was an article that came out with some execs at Warner Brothers, and they just kind of did a whole article. Yeah, here we go. It's 5 hours ago. Warner Brothers, Mike DeLuca and Pam Addy playing long game, mixing IP like Bodyguard revamp, and just this whole article is kind of like a Q&A with them getting together and talking about what they're doing at Warner Brothers. There's been rumors that they're going to be replaced and moved over, but until that happens, or if that happens, especially now with their Minecraft success, they've been talking about a couple of upcoming movies. So, for one, they do confirm that yes, they are going to be developing a new Gremlins and a new Goonies movie. I'll start off with the Goonies first, just because I mean, I like this movie. But I don't see the point in doing another one unless it's a brand new story with new characters for a new generation. If it really is going to be the thing again where you're bringing back the whole cast, and I get it with Ki Kwan having a resurgence in his career and whatnot, and a lot of these actors still up and running, like Josh Brolin, it's just sometimes sad when you do legacy sequels this many decades apart and all of them are just old and you're just trying to recapture that magic. It gives off the vibe of, a midlife crisis of, your dad buying a motorbike and while your hairline's receding. You can't get on that bike, Steve. You got to pay the child support. Do it. That's kind of vibe it gives off. But hey, all power to them. I know Goonies is very beloved. Now, when getting on to Gremlins, guys, the Goon. Yeah, that was too easy, right? The Gooners, of course, everybody was saying the Gooners. You've seen the Goonies. Now watch them older goonin. Hey, it could be like the Minecraft screenings. Just hand out tissues to everyone in the audience. Please do not goon where the employees will have to pick up. Goon at your own house. All right. So with Gremlins, though, I've been begging for this, man. But the Gremlins is the kind of movie where every 2 years they're like, "Oh, a new Gremlins coming out." They've been talking about a new Gremlins movie back when 3D was the rage. You remember when there was a period in cinema where randomly every other movie was 3D? Piranha 3D, this 3D, Titanic re-released in 3D. I actually went to that re-release, quite enjoyed it actually. But I remember they announced it then. Gremlins 3D coming to you. Never happened. Then 2 years later, working on Gremlins. Never happens. I still don't believe it'll happen, but I hope so because Gremlins, such a great franchise, so much they could do. And at a time where Warner Bros. Is desperate for money and trying to recapture that magic, do it with Gremlins because I think there's a lot of fun you could have whichever way you go, kind of the serious family dark horror route of the first movie, or you go zany, wild, and just have Gremlin shenanigans like in the second movie. I'm fine with either route. Just actually make it happen, They say Christopher Columbus would be involved. No word if he'd be like the director of it. The reason I bring that up, or Chris Columbus, sorry, is remember he was supposed to direct Five Nights at Freddy's at one point for the longest time, but then he dropped out of the project because that also got delayed and delayed and delayed. I'd like to see him go back to Gremlins just to see what he would have done again with that kind of family horror vibe that he was maybe going to bring to Five Nights and whatnot. Just yes, please. I really do want this movie, but again, we have heard this for years and it never happens. We'll see if anything changes now, right? So we got that coming up. That was one that they announced. Looking at some other ones, they did talk about this movie that's coming up with Ryan Gosling and Margot Robbie, which I'm actually interested in. It's the Ocean's prequel starring Margot Robbie, Ryan Gosling. It's moving forward, set during 1962 Monaco Grand Prix. The film follows a couple as they teach their children how to steal from the rich. Looks like this will be like the parents then of George Clooney and what's her name? Is it Anne? No. Who did Ocean's 8? Was it Sandra Bullock? Ocean's 8. No, yes, it was Sandra Bullock, right? Yes, Sandra Bullock. So Sandra Bullock and George Clooney, their brother and sister. Looks like we're gonna see the young version of them, and then Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling. I'm always down for a heist movie. Love me a good heist movie, especially when you really dedicate time to the heist and how you got away with a big crime. You got Ryan Gosling and Margot Robbie. Oh yeah, that's going to be a great Ocean's movie. So very interested in that. I can't wait to see how that goes down. Then we got reaffirmed. Warner Brothers is going to continue on with Drew Goddard, who's going to make a new Matrix movie. He previously did the Daredevil show on Netflix, The Martian, and Cabin in the Woods. I was someone who was pretty disappointed with the Matrix Resurrection. when that came out, I realized, I think now there's been people who like pointed out it was a real fu to Warner Brothers. It was another Joker 2 situation where I guess the audience wasn't in on the joke, but they created it. Basically, they said, if you don't make this movie, we're making it without you. So they made it, but self-referential, I don't want to make this movie kind of stuff. Same way into Joker 2. And okay, I guess that's fine. You got your FU and your paycheck, but it's like, I want to see a cool Matrix movie now. I want to see some cool stuff in that world. And it's such an interesting concept that's becoming, I don't want to say more relevant, but it's becoming more understood. We technology advancing more, and AI, and softwares and whatnot. The Matrix world is great to be revisited. I just don't know whether you go the route of rebooting or continuing the story. With what Resurrection did, I think they already kind of muddled up the universe a little bit with certain characters and whatnot. I think it'd be better if they just kind of clean slate it, start a little fresh, go with this new route, and go back to trying to reinvent the fight scenes, man. That was one of my disappointments with Matrix Resurrection. You went with a franchise that had innovative, mind-blowing action sequences. You bring back Keanu Reeves, who's just known for his innovative, great fight scenes in John Wick, and then you have him just do that the whole movie. I was like, okay. He's pushing fart bubbles throughout. I just wasn't into it, man. I wasn't into it. So I hope this is good and whatnot. And we'll see what ends up happening with that one. From there, a remake of a movie called The Bodyguard. Gotta be honest, not one I'm familiar with. Let me just quickly read what the synopsis of this is. The Bodyguard movie. So it came out in 1992. It's a thriller romance. Okay. Kevin Costner was in it. The film follows a former United States Secret Service agent turned bodyguard who is hired to protect a famous actress and singer from an unknown stalker. Okay, that's a premise I can get behind. Make Sydney Sweeney the star, and then make who should be the bodyguard? Who should be the guy? I can't even think about who. Ryan Gosling again? I only got Ryan Gosling on the brain. Well, the Kevin Costner, so maybe someone slightly older. But yeah, sure, okay. That seems fine. That could go either way. Pretty generic ways. We had an update where Warner Bros. Was again talking about the Harry Potter TV show that's coming up. There was rumors that Cillian Murphy could be involved playing the new Voldemort. They just said no comment, no comment. Until I see actual footage or like what they're doing with this universe, I just don't know whether to be excited for this Harry Potter TV series. They obviously could expand more on the books than they did in the movies world, but I just feel like the movie world is still fresh and relevant in people's minds. And just going into rebooting a TV show form, I don't know how that's going to work out. Nothing but hope for the best, though, for the sake of the Harry Potter fans. But like, they already have theme parks and so much iconic iconography with Harry Potter. It's going to be so weird to see how much they change with the reboot. How different is it all going to look, or how similar will it all look, This was some sad updates with the Batman Part 2. They do let us know. They have here. Warner Brothers isn't worried about Batman Part 2. Okay, so this is good. I haven't seen this part. DC knows he's writing a writer, director, auteur in his own right. It'll come when he's written his best Batman script and is ready. So yeah, they admit the Batman Part 2 script still is not ready. The Batman Part 2 script is not finished. It's not been turned in, and they're supposed to film this at the end of the year. There's been a lot of more rumors circulating that Matt Reeves, we thought that maybe he was dealing with a divorce, or like something in his personal life. It's starting to look more in the route that Matt Reeves himself might be ill, might be sick. And so for those reasons, I'm not going to try and talk too much about Batman updates until they become official, because I just would hate to be the guy screaming online, give me the Batman Part 2. And then we get some horrible news related to Matt Reeves, and I'm going to feel like a dick. I don't want to feel like that, buddy. I'll wish him the best for Matt Reeves and his health. Hopefully, it's not that serious. But yeah, that's kind of what's going around. Hopefully, it's not that. So, but that is an update for right now. Still no Batman Part 2 script turned in. That kind of sucks. But we'll see. We just got to be patient. We got to be patient. They do talk about the Minecraft movie being a top priority. They say Minecraft movie is now a top priority for Warner Brothers, and that they are looking to ink a deal. They said that they don't have a deal in place right now, but they are looking to do one. And again, no surprise with the box office that it's been making and the huge returns. And I'm just wondering who they're going to get to play Alex, right? That's going to be the big draw. And don't make it all a meme movie again. Please try to just make the story a little bit better, enhance it more. If you try to make it another meme viral event, it's going to crash and burn in your face, because when you try to do that, it doesn't work. It feels forced. Everything that happened with this movie was a happy accident in terms of, because again, everybody hated the trailers for this movie. I remember I had to be on here going, I don't think it looks that bad, guys, and just get hated in the comment section. Oh, you shill. Oh, you don't know anything, Chris. Oh, you're just sucking up to them. And now look where we at. Those same fools throwing popcorn and bringing chickens to the screening. And I over here gave it a slightly negative review. We can never win in this universe, Chris. We can never win. Beetlejuice 3 is again in the works at Warner Brothers. That did end up making a decent amount of change. I was okay with Beetlejuice 2. I felt like it had its dipping moments, but overall, I did find it fun, and it was nice to jump back into that universe. I'm wondering if they go with the titling of Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Not, of course, that's the obvious way to go with it, but just thinking marketing wise, poster wise, and even just spreading it out there wise, could that work? But you do the clever thing of like Beetlejuice times 3, have that thing on top of it. Maybe, right? Maybe. So Beetlejuice, that's still a coming and happening. I hope they put a little bit more care in the story than they did the second movie, because it was good, but it took a while to get good. Those first 30 minutes in the first Beetlejuice, in the second Beetlejuice, I was like, I don't know about this one, Uncle. I don't know about this one. And I believe that is it for the Warner Brother updates. So that's what we got going on in the Warner Brother sphere. Things are happening. Curious to hear from you guys. What are you most excited about? What are you hoping is going to happen? And what do you think they should be making, man? There's probably a lot more in that one. I still want another live action Scooby Doo, but they gave that live action Scooby Doo card to Netflix. Hopefully that goes good, though. Hopefully that goes good. Flint and Eggo. I remember those Eggo commercials. They should take the Shrek 4 approach where they use fake title in the commercials. Did they do that in Shrek 4? I don't even remember that. Interesting. More Looney Tune movies, yes. More Looney Tune movies, I agree. More Looney Tunes. Barbie 2 would be awesome, but I don't think. And yeah, I Am Legend 2 is happening. That is happening. Will Smith has talked about that. I think, in fact, since we're on a Warner Brothers kind of tirade, he did give like another small update on that earlier in the week, where he said Michael B. Jordan is not playing his son. Here we go. He said here, Will Smith says Michael B. Jordan won't be playing his son in I Am Legend 2, which makes sense. Will Smith's entire character is that his whole family died. Michael B. Jordan's character is the head of a new settlement. So there's a settlement in Connecticut. So it looks like he just ends up going to like where a group community of people are. And Michael B. Jordan is probably like the head of it. They're going to be butting heads and all that kind of stuff. I can't wait, man. Michael B. Jordan's awesome. Will Smith, I still think is awesome. I'd love to see him in a movie together. Put him in Hancock too. I still hoping he was real about Hancock, because I want that movie too. Call me asshole one more time. Great line from Hancock. Okay, that is a Warner Brothers movie. Sure, we'll talk about that real quick. Godzilla and Kong. Small update. It was just they added a star, but it was what she announced on her Instagram that made it kind of interesting. Let me see if I can find the exact Godzilla Kong. Let me see here if I can write cast. That way it pops up. Okay, here we go. So it was Alicia DeBenham Carey has been cast in the Godzilla X Kong sequel. Whenever she announced it, let me see here. She put some little space stars in her tweet. Let me see if I can't find it. But oh, there it is. Right here. So she got announced, and then she put it up on her Instagram, and then she put these specific emojis highlighting the announcement. And I mean, that's obviously Godzilla, and there's some stars going on, some space situation. Could we be getting some space Godzilla in the next movie. That would be great. That would be great. That would be nice. I wouldn't mind seeing some space shenanigans. Throw Kong into an astronaut suit. Do it. You already gave him that gauntlet. Give him a full suit and an astronaut outfit, and then he's punching people in space. I know he doesn't have to fight him in space. He comes from space, but still, just have them fight on the moon. Sonic 3 did it. I'd like to see you shoot Godzilla and Kong into the moon. That would probably be the best solution. That way they don't destroy another city. You know what? I actually do want a Kong moon fight now. Can they breathe though? I don't think. Well, that's why you give him the spacesuit. I just figured it out, guys. I just did it. Or just have them fight in Hollow Earth, right? You don't have to have them go to a city. Destroying the moon, though. Yo, I could see that. Just like with the laser. Probably Godzilla's trying to aim at the villain and then gets punched and pisses on the moon. Good stuff. Good stuff. So, yeah, you guys let me know on those Warner Brother updates. Which ones you're most excited about? What's going on there? Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Unfortunately, that was all the topics that we had going on here for today. Like I said, kind of a bit of a slow week, but hey, it's still just time for you and me to enjoy each other and have some fun. So before I get into those super chatty chats, I think it's time we get into some 3C lore and really break down. So again, on the Reddit earlier in the week, I saw someone posted, I'm working on the 3C Films Iceberg, so please leave me some stuff from well-known to least known. So again, if you don't know what an iceberg is, it's a common video I don't know if it's a video essay, but it's a video format where you take a subject and you try to give the most common information about something, and then the deeper you go, it's the most obscure random information about that subject. And I have become the subject of an iceberg. Hallelujah, mama, I've made it. So let me refresh real quick because I'm sure we've added on some new things. All right, let's just go. Let's just see now if this is at all worth reading, what is right, what is interesting. You're about to learn some 3C stuff in here, so let's get to it. Okay, so this we have here some lists off of things. So strange simping for Chica. Okay, it is not strange to simp for Chica, and I have moved to specifically simping for Toy Chica. That robotic mode go crazy. Okay, trust Unk on this one. Did he watch The Bad Guys? I confession, I haven't watched The Bad Guys. All right, I did it. I've lied. You've caught me. I did watch like 10 minutes of it, and then I just turned it off. I couldn't. I said, these guys are going good. They're supposed to be the bad guys. Couldn't move on. Red lights. Very good. Hates nightmare dream sequences in movie. This is a fact. It annoys me. It pisses me off. I get you want to do the high artistic metaphor. Just give me the real thing. Just give me the real thing, okay? 3C Films' his real name. Okay, well, hopefully nobody doxes me on that one. Chris's old house and old apartment and other old apartment. You have seen 3 locations, well, 4 in total. My studio where I started, then I went to an apartment, then my first house, and now the current house. There you go. Learning the 3C lore already. Very good stuff. Origin for red lights. Origin is literally, I like red lights. That's the origin. That's the origin. There we go. Shamik. Oh, well, if you don't know this one, I ain't explaining it to you. I ain't explaining it to you. But if you know Shamik and you thought he was cringy, I was. Also, his Spider-Man No Way Home intros where he got really hooked into his channel back in 2021. He used to make them so funny using Bully McGuire. Trust me, I still want to do the intros, and anytime I have inspiration or thoughts to do an intro, I'll put them in. But, dude, 5 or 6 years of doing an intro for every video, I eventually fried my brain. I can no longer think of just super funny intros, and sometimes I just don't want to do an intro if it's forced. But when I think of one, I still do it. You saw the one I did with Noah. I got on top of him and like, wow, that was a good one. That was a good one. I don't know if this is important, but he got stung by a jellyfish. Yes, it is important. The reason it's important is because I hate the ocean. And I'm a party pooper with my family that loves to go to the beach. I hate the beach. I hate the ocean. And then they made me go into the ocean and I got stung by a jellyfish. Mm, hate them. Oh, you're never fun. You don't want to go. Just go to the gym. Stung by a jellyfish. The world hates me. Oh, that it was, guys. I cannot tell you how liberating and freeing it felt to have the pain of a jellyfish, but then to look at the faces of my family and go, you see, this is why I didn't want to go in the ocean. Had my day in the sun. Had my day in the sun. You know, it's like when you think you're sick. You know, maybe you're sick, but your family, your mom or something doesn't care, right? And they're like, "You're not sick. Get up. No, you're fine." And then you're like, "Oh, take me to the doctor then." And then you're on your way to the doctor, and you're like, "Oh, I hope I have cancer. I hope I have cancer." Just to rub it in her face. That's the petty emotion I was feeling when I got stung by a jellyfish. Hopefully somebody can relate. Hopefully somebody can relate to that. Okay, moving on. Laying down with his massage picture floating in the water. Okay. Yes, there is a photo of me in the massage chair, in a massage bed, and I regret I ever released that image out. You should do a meme iceberg or cringe icebergs. Okay. Bro stole. Oh, yeah. I can't believe this is one where I was like, how do you guys remember this? How do you guys remember this? Bro stole an X-Men Storm wallet and bragged about it on Facebook just for to make his dad return it. This is a real thing that happened to me. I stole a wallet from Hot Topic. I was like 14. I got on Facebook where I thought my parents don't look, and I bragged. Next day, dad came and took that wallet and me to Hot Topic, and I had to apologize to the employee. I had to apologize to some 17-year-old who was just there for his 4-hour shift, and he was like, "That's all right, dude. We'll take it back." Most embarrassing thing ever. The Wolverine movie videos, and that I completed all of them, and none of you ever remember. I promised a third one. I remember. I remember. Toxic, creepy fans and what's wrong with my regular fans? Hey, look, every fandom has the toxic and creepy fans. It just happens. And I'm always going to be honest when they appear, and I'm going to call you out. You got to make the 3C gang look good, guys, okay? I know I got a couple of bad apples in there, and I try to spank you when I can. But my regular fans, God, I love y'all. Y'all are amazing. I love y'all. Bro saw the Wolverine movie, or did did he see the Wolverine movie? Is that why he hasn't done the video? Maybe he didn't do it. Maybe he didn't do it. Girlfriend reacts to Sonic movie. That's another one where I'm like, oh, y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? This was a time in the channel where I was experimenting and trying out different content. I didn't want to just be the movie review guy. I didn't want to just do the movie news. I want to do different things. And I saw reacting content was popular on YouTube, where that's where you just watch a movie and you react to it. And I wanted to invite my lady into my job because I love her and I want you to love her. But the thing with my lady is she's very socially awkward. Okay, I'm just going to admit it. Honey, if you're watching, you're the best, but you're just not great around people. And that's okay. You're great around me, and that's what makes you fabulous. So it was just a very awkward video. It was not very funny. It was not very great. I got copy striked on it too, but that's not why I took it down. I took it down just because it was a failed 3C experiment. Honesty here. Honesty with the 3C icebergs. Obsessed with Uncle Ben not being in the MCU. Well, I'm sorry if I want Peter Parker's most crucial plot point to becoming a hero to be included in his movies. Well, you don't want Batman ever mentioning his dead parents? You don't want Superman ever to acknowledge he's an alien? No, I didn't think so. I could lay off that one. I could lay off that one. His stepmom threw away something of his. She didn't throw away something of mine. Or did she? No. She didn't let me have rats anymore. There we go. This is good stuff. This is good stuff. We're learning a lot. Iceberg for Chris dating tips at the bed. I never did that. Someone just said that in chat. Okay. We're just gonna read a couple more. Origin of 3C and where you and your girl met and unknown facts. Yeah, you guys know that story. I think I've said that already. Somebody better call Google Maps. A whole bunch of stuff. All of 3C lore told on stream. He dressed up as Batman and got attention from the media. I was on the news. I was on the news when I dressed as Batman. That's real. His Twitch channel. What Twitch channel? I don't have a Twitch channel. What are you talking about? Slim 3C. So what am I now? His collaborations with other YouTubers. I want to collaborate with more YouTubers. You guys gotta let me know who you want me to collaborate with. I want to collaborate with more. I could probably do something with the Rizzler. He's a fan of mine. And the Rizzler could honestly benefit me. You know, sometimes I'll be honest. I don't collab with a lot of people because I got that A-list mentality now. I'll say it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little humble still. But sometimes I want to collab with you. Because how does it benefit Papa? What does Papa get out of it? Doing something with the Rizzler. The Rizzler's been on television. The Rizzler could benefit Papa. That's something. So I love y'all. Always keep me in my place. Boy, calm down. Okay, I'm not that A-list. This is where y'all are humbling me, Mr. Beast. Yeah, like I could just pick up the phone. Hey, Jimmy. Yeah, I know you're saving kids in Africa right now, but Papa wants to make a cringy intro. You in? The Escape Pod, I actually do. I think that's gonna happen this year. The Escape Pod podcast. That'll probably happen this year. They've been asking me to be on there. They just live in LA and they want to do it in person. So I'll find time to make a trip to LA just to be on their pod. Just to be on their pod. So yeah. Real Rejects. Yeah, I've done stuff with them, but I wouldn't mind doing it again. I did do a Top Pops cameo. Top Pops is good. He's got a lot of views. Top Pops was nice. Top Pops was nice. Collab with my grandma, please. Granny ain't gonna survive a night with me, let me tell you. Somebody better hide your grandma. I love TCU. Funniest dude ever. Loved Angry Joe's in Texas, too. I could probably find a way to get to him. Oh, dude, I would love to be part of Dead Meat. I was kind of hurt whenever I saw the people that he's doing the Screamer Awards or the Dead Meat Awards with, and I'm like, how come I didn't make the list, Papa? I would have liked to have been part of it. Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Let me continue on with a couple of more. Let's see here. We got when he first covered CGI Tom and Jerry and Sonic movie, possibly led. Oh yes, I forgot. Y'all remember that? This is real 3C lore. A child might have died because of me. Quick recap if you don't remember this one. I forget why we brought it up or why we even talk about it, but really with my jump topic to topic, who knows what I get into. This is a real story. There was one time I was driving in Texas. It was kind of one of those dirt roads. It's just where like it's just a highway and there's nothing but just farmlands or just open space. But there's plenty of cars around driving. And I got an Amber Alert on my phone, and it was like for a blue Cadillac, license plates, da 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 da, right? And I was like, oh, great. I took a look at it. I saw it. All right, I'm fine. And then I look out my window after like 5 minutes go by and all that. I look out my window and I see a blue Cadillac. And then there's the license plate. And the license plate is almost exactly like the Amber Alert, except the last letter of the license plate is wrong. So, it could have been like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but the last instead of being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 was 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. And I was like, ah, that close. No point calling the cop. That license plate is wrong. That's not the culprit. Then I continue driving. I go about my day. Then like 15 minutes go by and I'm like, what would be the coincidence of the same car, same color, same license plate, except that one word, that one letter? And I've thought about that. I I thought about that for so long, man. I hope that kid ended up making it, man, and I hope that actually wasn't. But it was like I know I'm trying to make light of the situation, but it was more my anxiety of I didn't want to bother the cops if it wasn't the right person. But I just thinking about it, I should have just done it. Being off by one letter couldn't have been a coincidence. Couldn't have been a coincidence. So possibly let a kidnapper go. Yes. Oh, this one was one. DP69, an old mod that went rogue and was weirdly sexual towards me. Unfortunately, yes. DP69, if you still watch and enjoy, I'm sorry, buddy. I had to let you go. You fired. No severance. No package. But you could still enjoy the good 3C content, buddy. Obviously, got to have an entire entry on the Wolvussy, first movie day, Funko Pop room, him thinking he threw away his custom Michael Keaton costume because it was in a trash bag while moving houses just to find it months later in storage unit. Gladiator mask not fitting. Very good 3C lore here. All right. Crossover with the flick pick, going to Deadpool and Wolverine premiere and bringing a Paul from having spoilers and wanting to box him in the ring and not knowing what Ninjago is. Oswald the Lucky Rabbit and a cameo. Yeah, you got to mention my cameo in Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey too, man. That's a big peak in my career. His old jobs, how he got his name, popcorn buckets, good stuff. I like all the crack incident. Oh, the crack incident. That one. That's another one that haunts me. I was thinking crack the substance, and I'm like, I've never done that. Your boy's crazy. He's never crazy to do that kind of nonsense. But there was a time long ago I bent over on stream and I flashed the camera my crack. And that photo has haunted me the most out of all the photos ever on the internet. But I'm glad you guys only keep it on the Reddit page, because if that photo shows up on other social media accounts, it's over for me. It's over for me. But that was embarrassing. I still can't believe my crack was showed on camera, man. Lost no. Oh yeah, the time I filmed my review for Nosferatu, but the camera didn't record, and I did such a good review too because I had so many funny jokes about his mustache. Out of context stuff, red lights. Hates the Sony Spider-Man verse. That's good. Back when you started in 2016, you would leave. Oh, dude, there we go. This is some of that deep cut stuff that y'all remember. That's how I know you're a real fan. This is real. This is true. Back when you started in 2016, you would leave a comment on every single movie reviewer's video asking them to collaborate. I know because you left a comment on mine and didn't respond. Ah, you missed out, dude. Lover 420. We could have been running an empire together. But that's a real thing I did when I started out and no one was watching my videos. I'd go to every movie YouTuber's comment section and be like, oh, great review that I totally watched and appreciated. By the way, here's my review. It was honestly a scummy move. You shouldn't do that. Now that I have, a higher place and I see that done in my comment section a lot. Oh, how could you do this on my comment? Get your own advertisement. But your papa did that. Your papa would leave comments saying, hey, good job on your video, even though I didn't watch it. By the way, here's my review. Scumbag 3C. Oh my god. It would never work. It would never work. I mean, out of like 100 comments, maybe one person would have clicked, but then yeah. So, hey, but it's just honest. Respect the hustle. And I also did the thing where I had fake accounts where like I had like 2 or 3 accounts and I would like my own videos and comment some BS of like, this is a good review. Oh, very informative. Hey, if you're not your own fan, who gonna be your fan? It's all things we do when we start out. Someone said the disappointment. I'm being honest. Who else is gonna be this real with you? You a bad role model for Granny, bro. Oh man, it's just true. I'm having fun with these. Sorry if this is boring, but I think this is so funny. The time he worked at sunglass store and went after someone who shoplifted. You remember that story? That is true. I worked at Sunglass Hut. Someone stole from the store. I chased them down in the mall, and then I got yelled at by my boss. You don't need to do that. Okay, we got insurance for that. You could get hurt. They could sue. Yeah, I'm gonna have to write you up. I thought I was the hero that day. I said, "Look how dedicated I am. I'm gonna make sure no one takes your money." Buddy, calm down. I was so mad that they yelled at me. Oh my gosh, we have one here. In 2016, with nothing but a camera, a passion of storytelling, and deep love of cinema, Chris Parker launched a 3 Oh, you're just writing out the script for the Iceberg read? That's pretty long though. Let me get some of the shorter one. Stepmom threw away his white pet rats. Yes, curse you, stepmother. Almost ran. Oh, I did almost ran over a neighbor with my car. Gets road rage. I do unfortunately get road rage. I hate when that gets to me. I've stopped now, but I do get road rage. Andrew Garfield is his favorite Spider-Man. That's good. If you need context on the almost ran over a neighbor is with my car, it was back when I was in the middle of moving for this house, and I was staying with some family relatives. It was late at night, and I was pulling into their driveway, and I saw a figure of what I thought was my cousin-in-law. And we have a funny little jokey relationship, so I thought it'd be funny to pretend like I'm about to hit him with my car, knowing I can stop and not hit him. And then as soon as I got right up close to where the headlights showed me the non-shadowy figure, it was not my cousin-in-law. It was a stranger, our neighbor, taking out his trash can and wondering why I'm about to hit him with my car. It was so embarrassing. Oh man, I still think about that. I'm like, oh man, I hope he doesn't think I tried to murder him. All right, let me just go to the newest, and then we're done. We're done. That might have been it. Grannies aren't safe from him. We just added some new lore right now. Searching. Oh, dude, that was. Oh, that was one of the worst times. Searching Sydney Sweeney on Twitter for a Madam Web topic. That was one of the first times my heart sank while on stream. I have a Twitter account. This is like the whatever the like the backup Twitter account in case my real account, this is my main one, ever gets like taken down or whatever. And here's the one that I have with the big views and whatnot. But the backup account that I use to surf Twitter with now, I have the settings set to like censored. So that way nothing nasty, nothing dirty, no bad words. It's like basically a kid version of Twitter. So that way if I search anything, nothing weird pops up. Well, something made it through the filters, and when I searched Sydney Sweeney, I got more Sydney Sweeney than I needed. And if you watched her scenes in Euphoria, that's essentially what I got when I searched her. And I'm just here trying to talk about Madam Web, and oh man, it was one of the I had to quickly, as soon as the stream was over, go to censor it and all that. It was pretty good. So yeah, that's what was happening. And so Papa 3 C's favorite holiday, the Spooky Mama season. That is true. Saying he's gonna watch something on stream that he'll never watch. I love that you guys know that. You guys know that. There's gonna be something right now when I go through the chats to go through the super chats that are in here, and someone's gonna tell me, "Hey Chris, can you watch this movie about a guy from 1940? Oh, that sounds interesting. I'm gonna check it out after stream, man. Check it out after stream." You know me too well. You know when I'm a liar. Exposed again. How could I lie to you guys? Oh, yeah, that user. I don't know if we need to include him though in the iceberg. It's about me. Y'all pissed me off. Red lights started on the Halloween 4 review. Did it? Is that where I started it? No, it had to have started in Halloween 2 because there's a lot of red light moments in the Halloween 2 review. So maybe. There we go. We made it to the end, guys. We made it to the end. Last refresh because these make me laugh so much. What else? The Toy Chica image he didn't see until after the stream. Yeah, that happened also. I Googled Toy Chica, just Toy Chica. Nothing else, but just Toy Chica. And it was some crazy fan art I did not know existed out there. He watched, yes, I've watched the Spectacular Spider-Man. I wouldn't lie about that. I'll be honest about everything. I have not lied about Spectacular Spider-Man, my jam. I've seen it twice, in childhood and in adult. when bro almost died when he was choking from a kid's Oh yeah. Y'all remember that? I almost died as a kid. Quick story again. If you guys remember the scene at the end of Tarzan where the bad guy chokes on the vines, when I was a kid, this happened in Mexico. So I had to been like 2 years old, and I can't believe I remember it. I was like 2 years old. I had one of those basketball hoops that's just like, I don't know, like a foot tall, 2 feet tall for a 2 year old. I put my neck through the hoop and I just started twisting and twisting and twisting, trying to do that scene from Tarzan because I wanted to see he's okay, right? That you're 2 years old. You don't understand what you saw. That's where it's like, oh, kids really are impressionable because I did that at 2 years old. My mom walks by and goes, "Hi, mijo," and she untwisted me. So Papa almost died through a basketball hoop. The toy chica incident. Yeah, all right. There we go. We're done. The 3C iceberg is now complete. I hope you've enjoyed that. Really fun time. Really fun time. I just liked reading that. I could check the regular Reddit just for a little bit, then I will go into the super chatty chats. Okay. This one pissed me off. I've been seeing these. One, it's AI, so get it out of here. Don't want to see it. But two, who is that? That's not me. I get I'm not the most handsome papa around, but your boy is still cute. Your boy is still a decent 7 out of 10. I can be a 10 if I wanted to, but then it wouldn't be fair to you guys out there. Okay? I don't know who this man is. This is I'm not even that big. Let's look up the real photo too, by the way. Let's what would I do? 3C Films Deadpool Wolverine. Would that work? Would that work? Look at this, okay? Right here. Look at handsome papa. Nice. My shirt is baggy. My stomach isn't even poking out. Very nice, very handsome, looking good. Who is that? Who's that man? Because that's not me. That looks like a man named Bernie. And why do I have a penguin bucket? Not, I don't appreciate it. Uh, Venom jockey. Venom 3, if it wanted to make $1 billion, they missed out. I did see this photo. I don't know whether if it's real or what's going on. This one is real. This is a real photo, which we could talk about in a sec. But there's this photo going around with Benedict Wong and James Marsden, and I mean, it looks like they'll end up being in Avengers Doomsday. Even if it is a real photo, okay, it's just them behind the scenes. I don't even think they're in costume or anything. We already know they're in the movie. Well, at least we don't know about Benedict Wong, but we know James Marsden is. So, not that exciting. But this photo, this is an aerial shot that a drone took from the set of Avengers Doomsday. Looks like we're going to get some crashing. I'm thinking this is going to be the aftermath of an incursion, where the two planets are colliding into each other. It's probably like some asteroid stuff and things crashing in. Cool, cool. We'll see if we get more Avengers Doomsday stuff later on. Oh, coming in hot. When did I even make that? I don't even remember that post. Some good found footage movies. Some good found footage. 3C losing his mind. Well, that just happened moments ago. I wonder who my future husband will be. What the heck? Me, duh. Aw, I do love the flick pick. He's a very nice man. I like that there's some visual representation for the iceberg. Red lights at the top, Wolverine popcorn bucket, people in furry dinosaur costumes, little Asian people beat me up. Simon the Seaman. Yes, these are things that have been said during 3C streams. Why does everyone have an AK? What the heck? All right. 3C. 5 big boons. Or goons? Oh, invincible. I did do that earlier. I don't have the sound on right now. Jonah Hill playing the next Black Panther? Okay. With a healthy dose of red lights, we'll have him up at any time. Ah! So oversaturated. All right, good stuff. Good stuff. Let's get into these super chats. That's enough of the nonsense. That's a lot of nonsense. That's an awfully hot coffee pot. All right, let me get into these super chats and then we can get talking. And if you recommend I watch something, just know I'm going to say I watched it and I didn't watch it. All right. First off, apparently, if Sony uses a Spider Man villain in one of their movies, Marvel Studios can't do an MCU version because Sony has the rights. Thoughts? It's not that they can't, it's that it's usually going to be a no from Sony because they're like, hey, we got plans. We're going to be doing stuff with that character. So can't let you have it, can't let you do it. So, I mean, that makes me sad for characters like Rhino, Craven. Heck, they could have even thrown Morbius somehow in there, but with the way they're going, no, didn't end up happening. But unfortunately, because Sony owns the Spider-Man stuff, so they're able to do with what they want with. That makes me say, first we mine, then we craft. Let's Minecraft. That is pretty peak writing. I do like when they mention the name of the movie in the movie. And I saw the trailer for the new Karate Kid. They're playing in theaters and the one they showed at CinemaCon, whatever. And they say it. They're like, let's make a Karate Kid. Oh, he said it. That's good. That's good. I like that when they do that. What's an upcoming movie where they can do that? Superman? I don't think they can say Superman and Superman. Not possible. Not possible. Lewis Clark says, having a busy day at work today. So just to say hi. Oh, hello, buddy. I still appreciate you watching, even if you're at work. DJ Glefker says, since it comes out 1 week from today, could you pull up the trailer for a Gaslight District? You won't get copy strike because it's an indie. What if I tell you I saw you mention this before the stream started and I watched it right before the stream started just to make sure I made you happy, buddy. Let's go into my history here. Hopefully I don't expose myself. And there you go, right there. I saw it, full red. Animation looks pretty good, pretty nice. One of the rare times 3C doesn't have to lie to his viewers. Good stuff. Did I watch my own video too? Maybe. I still do that stuff. Do I need to? No, but I still do it. Good stuff, good stuff. Yes, I like Moist Critical. Sometimes he's funny. Well, he's funny most of the time. I just wish I could talk the way he does without having to stop and pause. It's such a gift, really. And I want to have that gift as well. Today, we're going to be talking about the children who see Minecraft. But yeah. All right, let's see. La 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 lava chicken. Steve lava chicken, yes, they do your tail. Oh, mamacita, now you're ringing the bell. Crispy and juicy, now you're having a smell. I think that's as far as I go. It's been pretty good. I saw they had like a remix of it, and I was bumping to the remix. I'll probably get copy strike for this, but screw it. It was pretty good. Let's see if I do end up getting copy strike for this, guys. Y'all ready? That right there, peak. That was pretty good. I'll say calm down. That was pretty good. I had to save that. And now when I brush my teeth at night, that's what I roll. Ever since I was Steve. Don't you know? That was good. Unc going crazy. Thanks, guys. Watch him get copy strike. I probably will. I probably will just for that. Let me make sure. I was a little too close. As of right now, nothing. Nothing bad. All right. I need the season finale of Born Again now. Ooh, it is coming up, and I can't wait to get into the spoiler review to dive into some of the stuff that you guys have been seeing. I know that last episode really headed things up, headed towards the finale. Punisher gonna come in. You're finally gonna see that crazy, brutal scene I've been hyping up. You need to record yourself when you see this scene because it is wild. Moving on. Sinners drops soon. Do you think this could be the next big horror universe? I don't know if that's kind of what Ryan Coogler is going for with that movie. I think it's going to be a great one and done kind of thing where it's just a good movie achieving what it is. I don't think this is the kind of movie where he's hoping a franchise out of it. If he does, I mean, cool, but I don't get those vibes from the trailers and the way they're setting up the movie like this is going to start the next big thing. No. Just seems like it's going to be a really great one and done kind of movie, you know? DJ Clever says, pizza time. Pizza time. Michael Tomsick says, hey, Chris, what's your favorite 2025 movie so far? That's a good question. That's a good question. I should have thought about this because I did see your question right before. Let me see. 2025 movies. This is why I should be keeping up on Letterboxd. That way I can for sure like the ones that come to mind, but they're not even like that great. They're just like really enjoyable. Like I like The Gorge a lot. I thought The Gorge was good. I don't know if I'd say it's my favorite, but I ended up liking The Gorge quite a bit. 2025 movies. Okay. The Gorge was pretty dang enjoyable. I did like that. Companion might be the number one right now. Companion, Novocaine was also there. I think it'd be Companion right now. And I also liked Hard Eyes. I liked Hard Eyes. Drop was really good, but like even with those movies, Companion may be withstanding. I'm just like I've yet to see like the great movie, like the movie where I'm like, oh, that was a cinematic time. That was a cinematic time. You know what I mean? So Mickey 17 was good, but I didn't love it. I didn't love it the way I wanted it to. But yeah, Novocaine is probably there. Let's see. Lewis Clark says, actually, one more thing. Rising Sun Pictures having post a video of their VFX on Sonic 3. So if you're interested, it's on YouTube. I did see someone posted it on Twitter, and it was really cool to see the breakdown of the effects for Sonic 3. I Love Movie says, I can't believe it took 100 freaking years, but the Academy Awards is finally awarding stunts. Hallelujah. Has it been 100 years? I know it's cinema, but has there been 100 years of Oscars? I think they're only like on their 70th, on the 60th. I don't know. Reed Jackson Media says, thoughts on Mission Impossible 9 going to Cannes Film Festival. I mean, it's good. It's gonna get. I think that movie's gonna be great. Like that's always the thing with the Mission Impossible franchise. Is like you're guaranteed a good movie. Like that's literally the worst it's gonna be is a good movie, and that's disappointing sometimes. So the heights of what it could reach, because I that new trailer they put out, woo, woo, good stuff, good stuff. To Sean Biggs, just in some support. Thank you. DJ Clever says Avengers Doomsday set photo leak. Yeah, we just looked at it a moment ago. Just a bunch of craters on the floor, and that possible photo was Benedict Wong and James Marsden. Good stuff, but I need to see some more. I need to see some juicy leaks like the Supergirl leaks. That's what really make me jump. The Muffin Boy says, can you follow me on Letterboxd? Mine's is Biggie Films. Biggie Films. You know what? Since I was lying to y'all about doing stuff off stream and y'all know when I'm lying, I guess I got to do it now, right? I got to do it. All right. Biggie Films. Oh, says it can't find you, buddy. Says it can't find you. All right, there's two Biggie Films. I'm gonna go with the first one. Hopefully that was you, buddy. All right. Daniel Phillips says, thoughts on The Last of Us Ellie actor backlash. Dude, some people have no freaking lives. I cannot wait for The Last of Us. Stuff has been going good, but dude, some of the people are still so pissed about the Ellie situation. Like, yes, I get it. Kaylee Spaney pretty much looks identical to the Ellie in the video games, and she also has the acting chops to have pulled it off. But I think there is nothing wrong with Bella Ramsey. Oh my, see, like stuff like this, editing in like a person with Down syndrome and stuff like that, or really getting so mad that she just like AI. I'm like, dude, why are y'all so mad? Okay, she doesn't look exactly like the person from the video game. Her acting is still top notch. Her acting is still great. And that to me is what ends up mattering at the end of the day. So I think it's honestly kind of pathetic. I think it's kind of sad. some people just have no lives and they just make it their whole personality to hate another person for their looks. If she was a terrible actress and she was doing a bad job, well, then I'd probably be hating too, but I wouldn't be focusing on her looks. I'd just be like, we need to get a better actor in there, buddy. So I don't know. It's just kind of like, come on now. I'm gonna tell your mama. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, Wolverine video before that letterbox follow. Wolverine video before that letterbox follow. Mm. You don't know, Crispy? Might happen. Might happen. Chris, hey Chris, glad I'm here for your stream. I'm also recovering surgery from cochlear implant. Pain sucks. Oh no, what's a cochlear implant? I don't know what that is. Let me. Hopefully you don't mind. I'm gonna look that up. Cochlear implant. Okay. A surgical implant electronic device that helps people with severe to profound hearing loss hear sound. Oh, nice, man. Well, I hope it worked for you. That way you can hear me for the rest of time say red lights. Feel better and recover well, my friend. All right. When are you starting our when are we starting our weight loss journey, Chris? Red lights. Dude, I'm starting it every beginning of the month. Every time I take a photo and I get a side profile, I start it. But I have no discipline, buddy. That's my biggest, like, I'll go to the gym. I'll do that, but I cannot cut back on the food. I love food too much. I love sweets, but I need to, man. I need to cuz you got to take care of yourself. You want to live long and see Avengers 300? You got to take care of yourself. You got to take care of yourself. Will you ever do a video with Ashley's Pops? That was my lady's old YouTube channel, and she's retired from that life. She's retired. She did it. She had a great run, though. I was very proud of her. I was very proud of her. I'm glad she went that far. But at the end of the day, she was just like, "This ain't for me." And I said, "Don't worry, I'll continue your legacy." Favorite TMNT villain? If it's not Shredder, oh, that's a tough one. There's quite a lot out there. I like Baxter Stockman a lot. I did not like what Tyler Perry brought to the role. Well, this is gonna be good. Hits a button. Bebop and Rocksteady, obviously cool, but I don't know if I'm thinking of more like devious villains, more sinister kind of ones. Krang, yeah, I guess I guess Krang would have to be the one, right? That's like such a long library of cool villains though to choose from, and I'm even a little bit. I kind of would like them to implement. Oh, dude, not Bebop and Rocksteady, but from the movies, the Tokar and Razar. I can never say their name right, but Mama, Mr. Oldest just beat Minecraft Story Mode Season 1 before stream. Nice, nice. I've been getting Minecraft videos in my TikTok feed, and I don't play Minecraft, but I be watching them. Here's how to mine infinite iron. And I watch the whole thing like I have Minecraft, but I don't. Brian Pelosi says, if you search Ice Age 6 poster, it's that sphere Manny is holding. The humans are back. I don't think that's a real poster. I know which one you're talking about. Ice Age 6 poster. It might be the one that was like at CinemaCon or something. But it was fake. It was not a real poster. It's a fan poster. But I would love that to be the actual storyline. Bring the baby back from the first movie. I don't know how he's gonna remember them because he was a baby, but bring him back. Bring him back. New Godzilla and Marvel comic. I did see that. That was pretty cool that they're still doing that. I still want to finish Godzilla versus the Justice League because even King Kong shows up and gets a lantern ring in that. That's pretty dope. Coast Fallen says, have you seen Freaky Tales? It's kind of awesome. I've heard about this, I think, a lot now. Is it a movie? Freaky Tales, or is it just me in high school? I've actually heard really good things about this. People seem to really enjoy this movie. I have not watched it yet, but I have heard great things. I need to check it out. He says as he never checks it out. Did you try the McDonald's Minecraft sauce? It's actually funny you bring that up, buddy. It's actually funny you bring that up. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Ah, ta-da! I gotta get my cool boy glasses on for this one. They sent this to me hella late. Still very appreciative, McDonald's. I'm glad you sent this to me, but I could have used this the week of or a week before, so I could actually have used it in some videos. But by the time it got to me, I was like, dang, it feels kind of odd to make a video about this now. But hey, I could use it on stream. So I got sent um this Minecraft movie package. Very nice, very good. I got a little Grimace. I know it's just covering it up, but I got a Grimace hoodie. It's pretty good. I love it, especially since it's gotten hot now, so I could definitely wear it. Um, and then they sent me every single one of the Minecraft toys, and I could not be more grateful for that. But if I'm being honest with you, they're probably going to end up going to my little cousin, who's 10, and he's been begging for all of them. He's been begging his parents for like, please, I need to get the Grimace egg. So I'll just end up giving it to him. But in that, they did give me this nether flame sauce. And I'm gonna save these for all eternity. It's literally, oh no. What happened? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Let me fix that, my chaps. Oh no. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. I'm back. The nether sauce was too wild. Sorry, the box hit the camera cord and it disconnected. But anyways, we got the nether flame sauce, and it's right here, baby. This right here, it's gonna pay for baby 3C's college one day. Would you like to buy a pack of 30-year-old nether sauce? Good stuff. So I don't know. They sent me that. I was very happy with it. It sucks that it got sent to me so late because I could have used it in a video or did an unboxing and things like that. Would have been nice. Would have been nice. Would have been nice. I'm back. All right. Bro went to the nether. All right. Another pizza order to for me to make, not order. That's the only one. If I don't have that one that I've always talked about, just a regular pepperoni pizza, buddy. I'm a simple man. Ben Mousley says, "Hey Chris, I'm at River Dance tonight. Wish you well." Oh, hey man, well, have some fun. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. Mr. Death 27 says, "Have you seen videos about the new Absolute DC, Absolute Batman, Superman? The new Mr. Freeze is a bacteria demon. What? I did not know that. Wonder if we get Absolute JLA live action in the future. Who would play Batman? If we did, it would just be like alternate universe stuff. I don't know if they'd be their only source, but I mean, that's then definitely where you get Jack Reacher, Alan Richson to play Absolute Batman because dude's huge. Huge. Flint and Goon. Flint and Goon. McLovin says, "Hear me out. Thomas Ian McGriff as Magneto." I need to look this person up because I have no idea who that is. Thomas Ian. Oh, freaking Cobra Kai guy. Silver? I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I'll think about it. Think about it. Mr. Older says, fave weekly show, The Studio. Sorry, Daredevil, but latest ep is the best so far. Really excited for season 2 though, because they're going in the way more planned out. Yeah, that's definitely going to be it. Because you could tell sometimes in the Born Again season 1 right now that they're going in some of the stuff that's carrying over from the previous version of the show and things that they're having to pivot from. So I am curious how season 2 is going to more pan out. But The Studio, dude, I'm loving The Studio. Great, hilarious show. And just as a movie fan, it's honestly a really fun show to watch. And I hope it continues on and that other people are enjoying it. Coast Fallon says the Oscars need to have more embarrassing, unscripted moments for me to care. Yeah, because that does end up being the most talked about part. Uh, Mr. Oldest Fuzz says Jackie Chan and Cruz should present, give the Oscars. They should. They should. That'd be really funny if they're able to do that. Ben Malskoy says, Chris, you ever go to Fathom event screenings? I do. Yeah. If it's ever a movie I really want to, like I know I did when they brought Back to the Future back in screenings. I've been to several horror movies, like Nightmare on Elm Street or Scream. I like doing that every now and then. Yeah, Fathom events whenever they bring in old screenings back. Yeah, that's always fun to see a movie you love on the big screen. Deo Quattro says, I've seen screenings of Room less chaotic than the Minecraft movie, only with spoons. I'm lucky to have driven in, to have drive-ins close to me just to do MST3K style commentary instead of being covered in soda. That's smart. That's smart. I wish I had more drive-ins. We did have one, but after the pandemic, they closed it down. And I loved it, man. It was a really nice, sweet spot. We have here the Academy needs to have a voice acting category. That would be a good category. I would like that category. I'd be happy with that kind of category. Big Daddy Patty Mahomes says top 3 animes. Woo. Well, I'm a basic man, and I've only seen basic stuff, so I'm gonna throw in Death Note because that is one I've seen to completion. If you count Dragon Ball, I'm counting Dragon Ball Z. From there, I know I've seen My Hero Academia, but I feel like that's a little basic mainstream. Attack on Titan. I need to watch more. I need to watch more stuff, man. I need to watch more stuff. Cowboy Bebop, someone said in the chat. Ben says, have you ever watched Pro Wrestling WD? If not, I'd recommend. It's a lot like Marvel with costumes, theme music, cameos, and good guys versus bad guys. I wish I got into wrestling, man. I had a lot of family members and friends growing up that were into it. I remember I watched some of it, and I just couldn't. I guess it bothered me that I knew it was fake, and I'm like, why are they acting like this? This isn't real. I don't know. There's some stuff like how to explain it. I think if someone told me as a kid, yeah, it's not real, but it's like you're having fun with it, I could have appreciated it more. But there were sometimes things that would happen where I'm like, how does that work? And as a kid, it just annoyed me, and I couldn't understand some of the situation. Just wasn't into it. Just wasn't into it. But some people they loved it, man. Some people love it and still do. Colby says the hate for the new Superman has been crazy. People want it to fail so badly. Yeah, that has really been insane. And hopefully they all shut up or it all kind of goes away whenever the movie comes out. But we know it probably won't. We know it probably won't. Frankie Aon says, Yo, 3C, my Sarah and I love your videos. Do you think she can get Sarah? Red lights. Enjoy that. That was for you, Sarah. Deadshot here says, Chris, did you see the new YouTube short WB dropped on Final Destination 6? No spoilers, literally funny teasing. Love how they never do red band trailers for films. I have not seen that. Since you said it's a short, let me look at it on my thing. You said it's WB? I'm getting more and more excited for that movie. It is sounding more and more like a really dang good time. And so far they've been really good about keep kind of hiding a lot of the kills and things that'll go on in it. I feel like they've only really spoiled, the lawnmower to the face and the tattoo parlor scene. Everything else has been pretty good. Sorry, trying to find. So far, your birth death month. Oh, that's pretty good. That is nice. Okay. Moving on. Opinion China ban on US films effect on the industry. That is going to be crazy if that ends up becoming a big thing. And I mean, a lot of stuff. I'm not smart enough to get political or understand anything that's going on. I'm just hoping for the best for our country as a whole, whatever side you're on. I just want us all to be in a happy place. But I know that's kind of a pipe dream at this point. As far as what that could happen, dude, I just think about like COVID times and when movies couldn't be played. If they really do ban films in China and they can't happen, that's going to affect the box office on a lot of big movies like Fantastic Four, Superman, Jurassic Park. Those are movies that have worldwide appeal and that could get a good, decent amount of change. And part of me wonders if any of those movies would be willing to like delay themselves or stop their release for that. But We'll see. Hopefully none of that goes through. They did say though that they would limit. They wouldn't be like in a full on ban, so maybe it would just be smaller movies and the big blockbusters would still play. But then again, we'll see. We'll see. Jonathan Fiok says, Chris, watching Daredevil episode 8, be like, red and blue light. You know what? That's the one thing, my only like really big complaint with the Daredevil show, now that it's on Disney Plus, is I thought they would have that Disney money to throw in Daredevil sonar vision. They still haven't done it. But we just got bullseye vision with everything looking blue. Where's that sonar vision at, man? Put that money in there, Feige. Crispy says, do you think anyone will cameo in all DCU projects? I think if they are trying to, it'll be smaller people. I don't know about cameo, just probably little news pop-ups or things like that. The only person right now that's like cameoed in almost everything is like what's his name? Peacemaker's dad, Frank Grillo's character. I'm forgetting his name, but whatever character he plays, he's gonna be in Peacemaker. He's gonna be in Superman. Probably end up being in more stuff. So it might just be smaller characters, like maybe an Amanda Waller type, you know. Rick Flag. There we go. Rick Flag. Thank you. Or is it Rick Flag's dad? Rick Flag Senior. Sorry, Rick Flag Senior. Nicholas Lambert says, Chris, are you a fan of Hell House? Yes. The newest and last one is getting its first theatrical release this year. I was thinking about that. Would be cool to go back and watch those Hell House movies and review them because they are pretty effective found footage movies. Some of the better ones made. Watch My Blu-ray says, thoughts on new Cheech and Chong movie. I did see that that's a thing. Unfortunately, I've never really watched much Cheech and Chong. The only Cheech and Chong I'm aware of is through That 70s Show. Unfortunately, I just passed my time and didn't grow up watching them much. But pretty cool that they still get one last movie, and I hope they make some cheddar. Just Nick. Oh, are you a villager? Because I want you to crush my loaf. Oh, Just Nick. I hope you're the one that's changed your nickname, and if you did, I appreciate you, Just Nick. That's very appreciated. This is a 3CW moment, Nick. Mr. Her. Very appreciated. Adventure with Parker and Dad says, when do you think we will get another Superman trailer? Honestly, next week. Not even kidding. Like the 18th. I think that might be around the time. It said that next Friday is like Superman Day. I think on the 18th is supposed to be Superman Day, and there's going to be a lot of announcements and reveals about like merchandise and things like that. I think it might be next week. But don't quote me. I don't have any information. I just seeing whatever everyone else is saying, you know. All right. Somebody better call Chicken Jockey. Appreciate you, Nick Figures. Corvid Crow says, I made an animation short for you. Oh, where is it at? Very nice of you to keep making them. Oh, sorry, it's on YouTube. Corvid Crows. Oh, why does it not pop up? Look, it's just videos of crows pop up, my lady. We got to work on that username. Let's see here. Let's go to channel. There we go. And it's a short. Oh, I guess. Okay, so let me go and put that way we can hear the sound. Share screen. And we can all watch it and enjoy it together. Flint and steel, chicken jockey, I am. And you threw me in the freaking my massage photo. I appreciate that. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. Thank you for that lovely all tour. See? Sometimes I watch you guys is on stream. Sometimes. Good stuff. Very lovely image. Did you say Benedict Wong James Marsden photo? Yes, we talked about it a little earlier. Could be a set leak from Avengers Doomsday. Might not be. Honestly, even if it is it that exciting? We knew Marsden was already going to be in the movie, so it doesn't reveal much. If it reveals Benedict Wong would be in it, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he is in it. He is the Sorcerer Supreme after all. Uh, Ball Fada EO2 says, super excited for Gremlins 3. Gremlins has always been a comfort franchise for me, and I'm so stoked we're finally getting a third installment. We better, man. They keep saying we're getting it, and then it doesn't happen. It better, because I agree. I would love to continue on with that. David Miranda says, "Hey Chris, I love the content. Have you seen Screamboat? It's not a great movie, but I had fun watching it. I do have a screening link. I don't even know if it still works, but they did send me a screening link, and yes, I need to watch it and then get to reviewing it for you guys." Sadly, again, cuéntanos sobre la vez que fuiste a Hong Kong en ti. Yes, bless you. Justin says, for Scary Movie 6, they should spoof It Follows. Instead of it killing the guys, it takes them to Ram Ranch. That's a little dark, Justin. That's a little. I don't want that monster following me around. Zippo Fiber says, curious on what you think about Death Stranding's moving choice of director and producer. Keep up the great work. Probably not going to have a great opinion because Death Stranding isn't a game I've played. I'm not familiar with it. I know it just had like the guy from Walking Dead. What was his name? Uh, I'm still not even. What's his name? What's his name? I know he's gonna be in the new Ballerina movie. Who is it? Norman Reedus. There we go. Norman Reedus. Don't know much about it or what it's about. But who did they get as the director? I'll tell you what I think of the director based on his work. Death Stranding, director. I know they just announced it. The Quiet Place. Then yeah, I'm happy with it. I thought he did a great job with The Quiet Place. I know it wasn't exactly the big actiony movie a lot of people were expecting it to be, but I thought it actually had a very good story. Um, really nice movie. I was surprised some people weren't into it, so I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Have you heard of Omnibus 2, a sequel to the 2013 film? Much love. Keep up the great work. P.S. Love your openings. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Thank you for that. But no, I have not heard about that. Is it good? Is it worth watching? Is it something amazing? Have you heard of Omnibus 2, a sequel to the 2013 film? No, I have not heard of that, unfortunately. Karate Kick 3D. I feel like video game movies are getting more respect uh after we these last few years of seeing if we have had some strikes. Cough Borderlands. Yeah, I mean we say that every time, but even then, like the Minecraft movie does not help that situation. There's a lot of people that would say quality wise, the Borderland movie and the Minecraft movie are on the same level. I don't know if I'd argue too much with them, but the difference is Minecraft movie is actually making money. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, if Sonic 3 was helping, I think the Sonic franchise was helping that argument of like, decent, fun video game franchises, but we'll see how it goes. I was surprised people even hated the Mario movie. Marty next door sends in some love. Thank you, Marty. Hey, Godzilla, do you have a favorite one? Like, if we're talking just design wise, the Godzilla -1 I think is a really great mix of like old Godzilla from like the early Toho era to like still making him scary and frightening. Because there's like a period in Godzilla movies where they made him kind of cute, kind of that small little face and all that. But I've never been that huge on the American Godzilla look. They make him sometimes a little too pudgy, a little too big. I kind of like that skinnier Godzilla look. I did kind of grow up with the 2000. Was it the was it Roland Emmerich's Godzilla movie? I believe that's who directed that one, where he looked more like a lizard. I don't really love that design, but elements of it I thought were kind of cool. Elements of it I thought were kind of cool. Emilio Cantu says 3C, I'm taking the LSAT tomorrow for admissions to law school. Please wish me luck. What are some of your favorite law themed movies? Ooh, Law Abiding Citizen. Is that a law themed movie though? It has law in the title, and Jamie Foxx plays a lawyer, but I like that movie. That's a good revenge movie. Other than that, there was a movie I ended up really liking. It was a court case. It was about the guy. I don't remember the name. Let me just see. Movie about windshield wipers. Oh, there we go. Flash of Genius. I thought this was a really great movie. I'm not sure how it holds up to some people now, but it was a true story about the guy who invented automatic windshield wipers, like the technology to make the wind. Because I didn't know this before the cars, you had to do it manually by hand. But he invented a system that you turn it on and then the windshield wipers go. And then a car company stole it from him, and the whole movie is him arguing in court that he invented it. And I thought it was actually a pretty good movie. So there's that one. That's one I'd recommend. Hey 3C, did you start watching The Handmaid's Tale? Excited for The Last of Us season 2 and talk about Mike Flanagan's Carrie and also Heat 2. Yeah, I saw Mike Flanagan's Carrie. It finally got the green lit. They still haven't seemed to confirm who is Carrie, although there was rumors that it was going to be the girl who gets her head taken off in Hereditary, which would not have been a bad choice in my opinion, but looks like they're moving away maybe from that casting choice. Still excited just for Mike Flanagan's name. Curious how he can make it different from all the other Carries that we've seen, because I still really love that original, and I like the Chloe Moretz version too. Heat 2, I'm sure that'll be cool. You know, Adam Driver in it and the younger prequel version. I just hope they kind of focus more on the heist element stuff, because that's what I like, the bank heist stuff. Have not seen Handmaid's Tale yet. I'm busy right now watching Black Mirror. I'm halfway through the new season of Black Mirror. Enjoying it so far. Ricardo L says 3C joystick low tier. Oh, that on the Iceberg, that would be back when I was trying to do some video game content. But man, it just didn't work out. Some of y'all wouldn't hit that clickety click button. Alexis Aguilar says, I've been watching old reviews by Roger Ebert and Gene Siskel, and I like that. I like that they like and don't like movies. Thinking maybe me and 3C can. Oh, maybe Alex. Maybe Alexis. That's a great opinion there. That's a great opinion. TJ Bogg says, you and Dead Meat are my favorite YouTubers. Oh, that means a lot. I like a lot what Dead Meat does. I aspire to be them. They do great stuff. Collab with Gore the Movie God. Who's Gore the Movie God? I'm not familiar with Gore the Movie God, but let me see. Maybe once I see the face, I'll know. Gore the Movie God. Unfortunately, not familiar with him. But if he's cool, I'm cool. Yummy. Pete Velasquez says 3 C's in 3 C's in his scumbag arc. Long, long are his Subway days. Sorry, you guys have boosted my ego. I am no longer humble 3C. I'm. What can you do for Papa 3C? Good time. Good time. Have you ever played The Last of Us? Yes, I've played both games, and I'm very excited for what they're going to do with the second one. I still wonder if they actually are going to split up the season for the second game, because I remember there was rumors, but I wouldn't mind if they just drifted off into their own story afterwards with how good they are with some of the original storytelling. But yes, I played Last of Us, both versions. I've played the first Last of Us twice, and I played the second Last of Us once. Enjoyed both. Ninjago League says 3C is gonna be the grandpa talking about how back in his day Michael Jackson was peak, and about the great Minecraft memolition of 25. Oh, Sonny, you weren't there. Nowadays, with your Roblox movie, what you know about Chicken Jockey? Grandpa, did you pee your diaper again? Yes, I did, Sonny. Yes, I did. Alexis Aguilar says the Alchemist film adaptation is finally happening. Oh, well, that's cool. I need to watch Alchemist, though. I need to watch Alchemist. Reed Jackson says the Iceberg ad met his awesome editor. Oh yeah, read the editor. Actually, read the editor should be included on the Iceberg. That would be a good inclusion. Robinator says, "Hey Chris, did you see that My Time Shine Hello is reporting that WE is making a Dead Space movie now? They've announced that before. I think it's been announced and it's in the works. Again, sorry, it's one of those video game properties I don't know much about. So, see, I'm a movie guy, and even then, I don't know some movies. But Dead Space, fortunately, one of those ones I missed out on. Fortunately, ones you missed out on. How about a collab with Cody Leach? And thanks for reaching my comment on Reddit. And also, did you say what I posted on the page? I'm pretty sure I did. I read through most of them, a lot of ones. And yeah, I wouldn't mind with Cody. Cody's got a lot of great opinions. Got a good channel too. McLevin27 says Iceberg, the time you picked up a creepy hitchhiker. Oh yes, I can't believe that. You remember that there was a time I picked up a hitchhiker, he pulled out a knife, and I thought this was the end of 3C. It was a crazy time. Luckily, he did nothing. But it was weird. It was just a guy I met at a gas station, said he needed a ride, said it was like 5-10 minutes away. I was had to been like 19, 18. I was just dumb and I was like, he seems like he looked like a regular trucker, just a white guy, a little pudgy and all that. He's like, can I please? And then when I get in the car, he's talking about, hey, you go to parties, you do things. And he started dancing in my car. And then I don't know, he talked about something else and he pulled out a knife, one of those pocket knives, and he just held it open on his lap. And I was like, this is where I die. This is the end of me. I was so scared. I was staring at that knife the whole time. Finally dropped him off at his house and he's like, I'm gonna go get a couple dollars and bring him back to you. And I was like, okay. Soon as he got into the house, I didn't even wait for those couple dollars. I didn't trust him. Joshua Meza says, hi, my birthday's soon. Could you say red lights? Happy birthday, buddy. Happy birthday. Name 3 actors you'd want to play as yourself in a biopic. Go. I've said Josh Hutcherson. Josh Hutcherson, I think, would be a good one. We're the same height too. Um, that's all I could really think of. I don't think I got who genuinely. Some people, I brought this up to my lady and she did not see it, which kind of hurt my feelings. I get comments sometimes that you guys think I look like Danny. Is that his name though? Danny. What's his real name? The guy who plays the new Falcon. New Falcon in Marvel. That actor, I get comments sometimes that y'all think I look like him. So, you know what? I'm just gonna accept it. It's the one decent looking person that people say I look like. I think it's because we have that Spain looking face structure, but I don't know. So someone said I kind of see it. I kind of see it. Thank you. Someone said no. Someone say a little. Okay, we got here. Let me see for proof. That way people don't say, bro is not reading the chat. Someone said, I kind of see it a little. Right there. Someone said Baron Trump. I don't even know what he looks like, honestly. Literally, your brother. So some people see it, but I brought it up to my lady and she was like, mm, someone said Jonah Hill. Okay, guys. Mike Tyson, Patrick Stewart. Bro looks just like him. See, I'm not crazy. Some people agree. I don't know. It's similar face structures, but I definitely see giant differences where I'm like, I don't know if I look exactly like him. But enough people have commented it where I was like, oh, well, thank you. I guess I can put on some Falcon wings. All right. Please react to Minecraft with Gadget by Mike Mateo live. No weird things or chance of a copy strike. Brown bricks. Chicken jockey. I'll be honest with you. Sometimes I just don't want to do the reacting. It's like when your coworker comes up to you and is like, hey, watch this funny video. And then it's the longest minute of your life. Put it on the Reddit and I'll watch it there. And I'll comment that I watched it. Hey, since a Minecraft movie is probably getting a sequel, what do you want to see? What do you expect? I hope the Wither or that's what I was about to say, the Ender Dragon. I thought the Ender Dragon was going to be in this movie. I thought that's what they were going to be going with, but I feel like that's the obvious next route. But also just to kind of like really actually explore the world, make it, and don't just like, because like I know Minecraft did things in the video game, but I felt like they never like really dug deep into like what make it just things exist in it without really having to go into about why, you know what I mean? Or not why, but like I felt like the Mario movie, I get it, it's not perfect, but the Mario movie did a really cool job of like showing off the Mushroom Kingdom, the people who live in it, the different little worlds, Donkey Kong Land, all that. Like it felt like it was actually trying to explore the world while Minecraft was just in the world. Does that make sense? I don't know. We hear the movie Drop is based off the experience of Olivia Sue from Smosh. What? Her boyfriend and his friend decided to make it a movie. Oh, I did not know that. I did not know. I actually have to look that up. I'm actually honestly look that up. I did not know that. Allison sends him some support. Thank you so much. DJ Cleffer says a film adaptation of Subnautica would be cool. Subnautica. I don't know what Subnautica is. Subnautica. How you doing? It looks like it's is this a video game of all water levels? That's how I know you're not a real gamer. Every real gamer hates water levels. You gave me a game that's all water levels? Ah. That was my dinosaur call. Hey Chris, you got the SF6 Elena trailer. You got the SF6 Elena trailer. Anybody know what he's saying here? What's SF stand for? Let's see what the chat says about this. What's SF? It's an underwater horror game. Okay, well maybe I can get into it. Oh, the Street Fighter. Oh my goodness, is it gonna be some goon stuff? Well, you know me, and I'm a trap for goon. All right, let me just. I'll just look 10 seconds at it. I'm gonna see the thumbnail, and I'm gonna know exactly what your dirty butt be. SF6 Elena. Oh boy, Lord have mercy. I'm kind of scared. Is she part of that uh species that can stretch? That's all I know about Street Fighter. I know there's that one guy that can go "Hoot!" and he like extends his arms 6 feet. Is she the daughter of him? I don't know anything. Anybody? Andorra looking don't. Cookies run. Do you watch it? Yeah, okay. Nobody knew. Nobody knew. Okay. Well, thank you. All ladies stretch. Okay. All the ladies in Street Fighter stretch. Is that a fact? I think she's just black. Okay. Right. Wrong. Wrong IP, Chris. What game was that then? What's the one? What do you know, guys? What I'm talking about? He's like a guy that can stretch. Is that not Street Fighter? I thought that was Street Fighter. I just remember that as a kid. That guy. So I was like, how does he? How does he do that? Can I do that? Add flying to Mexico to eat a Kong burger and 3C food reviews to the 3C Iceberg. I need to up my 3C food review game. I missed that on the Minecraft meals because I was busy with CinemaCon week. I need to redeem myself with the next movie collab we do. You still haven't followed my letterbox. Oh, crispy. Oh, no. Okay. Jeez, buddy. Jeez. Everybody wants me to follow. I'm not even active on it. Why you want me to follow? Crispy. Oh, nine. I still haven't followed you, buddy. I still haven't followed you. Okay. Apple TV Plus recommendations. Ooh, most of what's on Apple TV is great. I remember watching the Chris Evans show where like his son was accused of a murder. That was a good limited series. I ended up really liking that. I forget the name of it, but that's one with Chris Evans. It was like one of the earlier shows. I like The Gorge. I saw some people kind of disappointed with me. I thought it was actually a really nice movie. More romantic comedy with action, but I don't know. The romantic stuff really worked. Miles Teller and Anya Taylor Joy, they have some spicy chemistry together. Let me tell you. Um, Other than that, Severance, of course. You got to watch Severance, buddy. There's that new show that I thought was going to look cool. It was called Murderbot, but that full trailer kind of ruined it. It's a little goofy, and that show could have been cool. It was like a robot that comes to life and secretly kills people. But then as you watch the trailer, it just gets like goofy and silly, and you're like, oh, the studio, duh. The studio. I'll be honest with you, I never got into Ted Lasso. A lot of people recommend Ted Lasso. I watched like 4 episodes. I just couldn't get into it. I just couldn't get into it. I'm sorry, Ted. Get your lasso out of here. The Pikmin person says first exposure to the studio was people making fun of the Hershey movie. They have their opinions on it, but I'm a big Hershey fan, so that was annoying. Do you think it's? I'd still like the show. Oh yeah, It's because the first episode is about them making a Kool-Aid movie, and it's so hilarious everything that happens. Martin Scorsese is in the episode. Really good. On just watch The Studio. If you're at all a fan of this channel or just love movies, watch The Studio on Apple TV with Seth Rogen. I think you're going to really enjoy it. I've been getting nothing but a kick out of it. Did you watch The King of Kings yet? The King of Kings. I was thinking, is that the Kevin James show? That's the Queen of Kings or something, right? The King of Kings. Oh, I'll be honest with you, I ain't watching that. Not for me, honey. Not for me. You know what's funny though? My lady's gonna probably drag me to see it. She grew up very religious, and she was like, "I think my parents would like that." And I'm sure they would, honey. I'm sure they would. It's not for me. Not for me. You into it? You into it? Not for me. Someone said that looks good. It probably does look good. Probably does look good. Have you watched Severance? Yes, and I love Severance. I do. Every time they go through the elevator, I pretend I go through it. That's them going through the elevator. I just went through it too. I like your backdrop of being in Bikini Bottom. How'd you get down there, buddy? How'd you get down there? Marty next door says, "Hey Chris, no reviews for the working man or the amateur. Do you determine which reviews you're going to post?" Yeah. It's like I said, it's unfortunately with the algorithm, and it's like it's in a situation now where like not every reviewing every single movie that comes out just isn't that beneficial to YouTube channels anymore. There's some people like like Jeremy Johns. That's all he does. He doesn't do anything else, no news, no that. So like it makes sense that he just does it because he just ends up posting 1 or 2 videos a week, right? I'm trying to post video every single day. Try to when there's news and things like that. And not every movie you guys are interested to hear my opinion. If I did a review on The Amateur or The Working Man, they would just tank his videos and then they would just hurt the next couple videos. And I know some people don't like when I admit that, but it's true. Now there's some movies that I know will probably not do great, but I do want to talk about, like Drop. Drop was a movie I was genuinely interested in. Christopher Landon, Blumhouse, and so I was like, it's not going to do great reviews. And look, I'll even prove it to you right now. I'll open up the Appy app, and it'll show you. Yep, see, right there, YouTube, right there, telling me. Right, it says right there. Fewer regular views, fewer regular viewers are choosing to watch this video. And it's a 10 out of 10, which is not good. Because it's telling me out of the last 10 videos I posted, it's good. And see right there, you can see views down, impressions down, and even watch time down. But I wanted to review it. I thought it seemed like an interesting movie. So I unfortunately have to pick and choose. I have to pick and choose which movies I think will do better. Now let's see if we go to the Minecraft movie, because I know that's a mainstream film. It's a big one. I've been talking about it and all that, so I had to review it. Let me see what that did. That way you could see the difference. And there you go. See that one? There we go. That's the analytics. And it says 3 out of 10. So out of the last 10 videos when that was posted, it's number 3. It's got good views, good or that. So that's the way it goes. I'm cursed. I'm cursed. Who the heck is spanging Michael Huang? Who's Michael Huang and why is he here? Get you out of here, Michael Huang. So there you go. Little insight into what happens. I watch anything through. See, I appreciate you guys who watch everything. But I mean, I understand you can't be interested about everything. I don't watch every review out there for every movie. Sometimes, but if it really gets to a point y'all really want to, is I guess I'll do that more on the Clips channel, but it'll be a more laid back, easy review. Like I do want to watch Warfare this weekend. I want to find time to watch Warfare. That looks interesting. I'll probably do maybe a thought on that. Back to the Future Land in the UK, dude. That's gonna make me want to go to Universal Studios in the UK. Yeah, they're gonna have a Back to the Future Land in the UK. That's awesome. That would definitely be like a vlog video. I would definitely do that. Okay, see, Karate Kick 40 says it'd be fun and funny if Scream or Ghostface did a commercial collab with FNAF 2, mainly because the casting, like Chucky did with the first one. That'd be fun to do a little collab, but I don't think you could. But it's with Paramount though. Ghostface is with Paramount and FNAF is with Universal, so I don't think they'd be able to. And Chucky is with FNAF, so Chucky is with Universal. So three G Goon says, when you getting Gooncraft stream MCD's Goon Sauce. The brain rot has affected my audience, man. Micro Live says, wanted to make sure you knew about flashback cinema. Well, thank you for letting me know about flashback cinema. I am now aware. I know of it, and we can continue on. King Rich says, Chris, ever think to drop review on Attack on Titan? I could give like a quickie thought on it one day. Maybe I could do that. Maybe I could do that. Like I said, on the Clips channel, I could do that kind of stuff. So the Muffin Boy says, you follow the wrong one. Mine looks like the avatar of Bigger Small Face. All right, I'll correct it after the stream, my friend. You should have been specific. You should have been specific. I was right there. Space Cat Studio says, do you plan on reviewing Screamboat? Yes. Yes, I do. I'm debating. Because like I think this Spooky Mama season, one of the video ideas I have is by the time that rolls around, there's gonna be like 10, maybe 7 Mickey Mouse horror movies out, and I'm gonna watch all of them and review them all in one video. And I don't know whether the same Screamboat for that video in Halloween or just do it right now. You guys let me know. Butterscotch says, Chris, show us your recently played music. Oh man, I think it's still the same. I think it's still the same from last. I don't know. Where's my recently played? How do I show recently played? How about I just show you my heavy rotation? Okay, so this is my heavy rotation. So these are songs. These are heavy rotation playlists, meaning these are the songs I'm playing over and over. So let me just. There we go. You could take one big leap. There's something here. I'm like, okay. There they go. You can screenshot it. You can, hang on. I'm trying to get, there you go. You can screenshot it, take a look. And that's what some of your boys be listening to. So, there you go. Creed, yes. Cause I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. I don't relate to that part of the song though. Hey Chris, haven't super chatted in a while and I missed it. So, what is one or a conspiracy theory you believe in? Conspiracy theory I actually believe in. There's not many. I don't get too much into that kind of stuff. There's a star, man. So y'all seen what I have? Uh, I just imagine Chris playing Starman while pretending to be Superman. Yeah, that's me. That's me. I don't like. I genuinely don't like. How do I say? I don't think conspiracies are all bad, except when you like obsess over them and start thinking like really drifting yourself away from reality. But like I guess okay, I like the Men in Black theory, which is literally that there's like Men in Black. You can look it up, just real Men in Black, and there's these like people who dress in black that show up and like keep you quiet from like space things or alien things and whatnot. So like a secret agency out there that really does handle alien stuff. Not like in the movie with Will Smith and stuff like that. That's probably like exaggerated degree, but like that kind of stuff I do. I'm trying to think of what else. But like I'll always like hear out a conspiracy theory and see like why some people could get into it, but I never let it consume me or make me go, everything I know is a lie. Because then that's just a recipe for danger, buddy. That's just a recipe for danger. The Illuminati, there's a version of the Illuminati I probably kind of believe in. I mean, how could you not? There's got to be the 1% of the 1% who are extremely filthy rich that probably do manipulate some things. So, yeah, that's probably real. I don't know if it's like, like There's just some really weird ones out there. But yeah, I believe in aliens. I believe in aliens for sure. I don't believe in flat Earth. Don't think I don't get into that. But it is interesting hearing like the reasons they believe flat Earth. And I'm like, okay, well, you're just stupid and gullible, then, buddy. No, I'm just kidding. But it's sometimes interesting to just hear. Uh or yeah, like the pyramids in Mexico, or like the conspiracies behind pyramids or world things like that. Like how could they build them back in the day, and did they get help from aliens and things like that? Yeah, that kind of stuff. Yeah, harmless stuff in my opinion. Remember Shaggy Dog? Oh yes, is that the movie with Tim Allen where he becomes a dog? I remembers it. Scully says, "What do you think? Who do you think will die in Doomsday?" Ooh, I think a lot of the Fox X-Men characters are gonna die. A lot of them. I could see Benedict Wong, character passing away because we got to then make Doctor Strange Sorcerer Supreme. Um, Captain Marvel, maybe, unfortunately, just because they're probably ready to let Brie Larson go and do her thing. She's probably sick of being in the MCU with all the toxic fans. Let's see here. Oh, olives belong on pizza. Look, Ape Ross, I don't like your tone. Contradicted Constitution says, do you think there could be any other video game movies that could benefit from having spin-off shows like Knuckles? Ooh. I mean, hey, define this the Minecraft movie, make the first 10 minutes of that movie where Steve is explaining his whole life and journey into Minecraft, making that an actual thought out show and all that could have been nice. That should have been the first movie, honestly, but whatever. Show could have been cool. Mario, I wouldn't mind seeing like I guess a story about Mario just being a plumber. It could be fun, or the Donkey Kong world, just the Donkey Kong area, just the way that goes about. I don't know, not a lot though. But even then, did they do a lot with the Knuckles one? Because there was some fun stuff in Knuckles, but at the end of the day, it felt kind of like, did we need this? The Wade Whipple show, the flames of disaster. Late nights. What's your favorite TV show of all time? Have you ever seen Succession? I have. I need to finish it. I got like I got like 2 seasons in. I did like it, but it was the kind of show where it was a little heavy and sometimes it was a little slow. So I wanted to take breaks in between and watch other stuff. Then I just never went back to it, but I did like it and I do want to finish it. Send you pictures on Instagram. Yes, they are appropriate. Ombis like zombies. Ombis zombies. Zombies. Looking here on Insta, buddy. Hey there. I'm trying to see. I'm looking, buddy. I'm looking. I don't see it, my friend. I don't see it. I'll keep an eye out, my friend. I'll keep an eye out. Jaden Hidera says, I hope after Secret Wars the MCU changes into more 2000s Marvel heroes era. I love the MCU and Marvel legacy, but I think it's time for a true no holds bar adaptation of the real 616. Yeah, and I mean, that should be honestly what they strive for. Is just a fully living, breathing, existing MCU with every hero out there. And kind of take what James Gunn wants to do, where you just tell stories and you don't have it be too much interconnected. You have some interconnections, but you focus on the stories more. Felix the Phantom says, you think Gabriel Bateman should have been a Spider-Man instead of Tom Holland? I think he would have fit the role more than Tom Holland. I like Gabriel Bateman. He did a great job with the Child's Play reboot. I'm fine with Tom Holland. I think it's more the stories and like what they end up doing with Tom Spider-Man where I have trouble issues, but I think Tom is great as Spider-Man. Ghost BC fan says the little girl who played Nika's niece in Curse of Chucky is rumored to play the new Carrie. Oh, okay, that's what it is. Yes, I did see that. I thought it was one of the showrunners from Chucky went to Carrie, which I think is also true. But yeah, okay, I'm fine with that. That could be good. Love Angel says, since you always are watching new shows and movies, do you ever find time to rewatch your favorites? Honestly, no, not that much. Because I always have to be watching stuff for the channel or keeping up to date with what's going on. I wish I did have more time because there are times I want to go back and watch older movies or things I've missed. And if it doesn't benefit the channel or what I need to be caught up with, I do feel like, dang, I missed out. Or I just don't have time to relax on that. Michael Tomsick says, thoughts on Eminem now being a grandfather? Well, good for him. But I still need him to put out some good music. That last album just didn't do it for me, unfortunately. That last album didn't do it for me. So take that grandbaby inspiration and get to cracking, Marshall. Get to cracking. I'll respect, Mr. Matters. Vinola Babino says, "What's your go-to order at Chipotle?" Ooh, that's so funny. Okay, burrito. Um, then is it Bico? Okay, so burrito. I'm trying to pretend I'm in the line right now, going in order of what I get. So burrito, white rice, pinto beans, chicken, pico, guac, um, sour cream, cheese, like the the little mozzarella cheese. And I was thinking about I do ask for this extra sour cream, extra cheese. It's my body, not yours. What you gonna do about it? Ain't gonna do nothing, but I'm gonna enjoy that burrito. That's my Chipotle order. That's my Chipotle order. Uh, Chris, have you played Emma on Marvel Rivals yet? Nah. I'm waiting when Daredevil gets in there. When Daredevil gets in, I think they're teasing Blade, or he was like sleeping in Wakanda or something. I saw some photos of that. I did see them undershots of what people were doing with Emma. Naughty, naughty fanboys, naughty, naughty. But I want when Daredevil gets in there, No corn. No corn, my friend. No corn, unfortunately. And nothing spicy. The meat itself is already spicy enough. Microlife says, "Hey Chris, love you. I'm a college a journalist student, and I'm taking traditional approach to becoming a film critic. What do you think of this? Is this still practical? Do you know people, have friends who have made it this way? I mean, I don't know anyone personally, but I do interact or base a lot of what I do from people in that sphere. So I know it's still a relevant, ongoing business. I don't know how well they do or how they do it, but I read articles all the time from Deadline, Variety, Hollywood Reporter, or other websites where they have real traditional journalists like yourself, and they end up being the source for a lot of the videos I make. So still thriving. Just got to get your foot through the door. Uh, Emiliano H says, "Hey, hello again. I hope it's okay if I ask you another question. If you could time travel, when would you go? Would you alter things for the better? For example, perfect the economy, prevent World War One or two." There's a great joke. I forget who it's by. It might be what's his name? I just talked about him for CinemaCon too. There's a comedian out there, I forget which one it was. Maybe you guys will know in the chat. But he has a good routine about, like, if I had a time machine and I went back in time, I don't think I'd be able to make a difference or prove I was even from the past. And I think about that too, because I'm like, I wouldn't be able to. I don't even know who to invest, or well, I would know like Apple and Tesla for a little bit to like invest to get rich. Was it Bill Burr? No, I don't think it was Bill Burr. It was somebody else. But anyways, honestly, I think I'd be selfish. I'd be selfish. I don't, and I'd worry about I'd want to definitely change big things like 9/11. Like, who wouldn't? If I go far back enough, I definitely would want to change 9/11, right? But it's like, put yourself in that situation. How do you prevent it? Do you call the airline that day? Do you you call FBI, and then they're gonna be like, "How'd you know? How you know? You in on it? How you know?" You put yourself in more trouble than you're worth. You know what? Sometimes. Nate Bargatze. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was him, Nate Bargatze, that had that standard routine. But there's probably other comedians that have had that routine as well. But yeah, I think I would go to the '90s. I like the '90s. I was a baby during the '90s, but to go back as an adult, kind of enjoy that era. Just or maybe '80s. That way I could lead into the '90s, the pre-internet era, because things did seem simple pre-internet. I feel like I knew enough to to make my way around town. I don't know. Chill a level TV says, "Can we expect a video of you at Epic Universe?" It's gonna be late. I was talking about this with my lady because I was seeing all the things at Epic Universe. I think we'd go in September. But then if we go in September, I won't do Halloween Horror Nights because I'm not gonna go twice. I mean, I could, but I'm not gonna. So it's either Epic Universe or Halloween Horror Nights this year, buddy. I gotta choose. I gotta choose. McLovin27 says, "To be honest, would you trust vigilantes running around in real life? It depends. We get to see the movies and things like that with Daredevil and all that kind of stuff, but The minute they do something wrong or they inconvenience or they mess up like a big crime boss or things like that, and I think we as people could obviously be very manipulated by what they do. And I feel like that's what the Daredevil Born Again has been really good at. That Fisk shows we have, dummies out there that are easily believing anybody a guy says on a stand just because he's on there. I'm not saying who, but Fisk has made it shown that, yeah, we could probably be easily manipulated. We could all that. So, as much as I'd like to believe Spider Man or Daredevil was out there, I'd root for them. I don't know. I don't know. It depends on what they do. You know, it depends. It depends. But I could definitely see people, getting mad about it. 3 words describing season finale of Daredevil Born Again: bloody, violent. This isn't one word, but leaves me wanting more, for good and worse. I'll say that. Uh, I, Alexis Aguilar says, "What's your best underrated movie?" Mine, the Fan Dread, Thief and Dread, Thief and Dread, Thief and Dread, Thief and Dread. Nothing's pulling up there, buddy. Nothing's pulling up there. But that did make me think of one movie. I think it was with Kevin Bacon. Let me see if it was called Kevin Bacon movies. It stuck with me ever since I was little, and I was like, it was a really haunting movie. Super is for sure underrated. One of James Gunn's early superhero movies before Guardians, before Superman. Highly recommend Super. It's basically like Kick Ass, but I think it's really well done. Super good movie, but that wasn't the one. Oh, Death Sentence. There we go. That one's always stuck with me since I was a kid. I think it has a low score, 20% on Rotten Tomatoes. I hate y'all, but it's a great freaking movie. That's one I think is really underrated and a great performance and kind of a sad one. It's basically I still remember the trailers and everything when this was playing, but it's Kevin Bacon just plays a regular dad, and his son gets killed, and then he just decides to go after the people who did it, and crazy stuff goes down. I like that movie a lot. I did like that movie a lot. Let's see here. McLevin says, I got prom tomorrow. Any lore when you went? Oh, I mean, I had a decent prom. I went with someone I thought I was in love with and I thought was going to be my whole world, and things didn't work out. And honestly, I think I was a boring prom date, if I'm being for real with y'all. Why even sugarcoat it? Why, if I doubt she's watching. But anyways, because she really wanted to go to this barn party after prom, and your boy's not a party guy. I don't like places where they're drinking heavily, doing substances, going wild. And I felt like a place with a barn and all that. No gracias. She wanted to go, and I was like, nah, let's not go. She's like, come on though. And I was like, nah, I'm okay. So we didn't go. But now I kind of wish I did, because I think I ruined the prom for her. So yeah. Uh there was that. There was that. But other than that, I had a nice time at the prom. It was fine. I will say though, movies way overhype the prom. So that's the one advice I will give you. You've seen the movies, you've seen the TV shows, the Disney shows, all that, how prom is this big, huge event. Your prom might be in a gym. Your prom might be in your high school gym. It's not that big a deal. It's just another dance. Have a good time with what you got. Don't overthink it. That's the way I'd go with it. All right. Ghost BC Fan 1 says you should look up the hard rock band Lordy and give your thoughts on their appearance. They dress up as monsters. I think you may like their image. Lordy Band. Okay. Lordy Band. Oh, they got them crazy outfits on there. Oh, nice. I do like the effects on that. Must be a pain in the butt to get dressed for every concert. Jimmy, you got your zombie mask on? Not yet. Helen's putting on her mermaid wig. Give us 20, Paul. Those are the conversations being held backstage by a bunch of 50-year-olds in a rock band. Let go. All right. Fave Jimmy Neutron episode. Carl with face hugger is top 5. Is that the one? I do like it was a weird one where like pizza came to life and it was a meta episode, and at the end it was the pizzas telling a scary story about humans. That was a crazy one. I don't know if this is my favorite episode, but I remember the episode where they could eat books, and whatever book they ate, they have now read that book. And I thought to myself as a kid, I could use that. Jimmy Neutron build that for me. I'm trying to think of what else. A lot of good Jimmy Neutron episodes. I liked Jimmy Neutron a lot as a kid. That was good. The movie was good too. Pizzas with the face on it. Yeah, that was good. Sodium chloride. Dude, you dropped salt on the floor. Oh, that's sodium chloride. What? It's a meme online. Check it out. Just look up Jimmy Neutron, sodium chloride. You know what? I think we could probably just watch it. Let's do that. I'm going to give you a good dose of some Jimmy Neutron meme. You probably have all seen it. And I'm going to look like the weird uncle showing you something you already know exists. But screw it. Sodium chloride Jimmy Neutron. All right. Let's see if we get copy strike for this.
Big McThankies from McSpankies. Hey, dude, you missed a spot.
I got it.
Hang on. Just got to pause it so I don't get copy strike. Give it 5 seconds. Chill out for a second. And then here we go. Y'all ready?
Just a little sodium chloride.
Actually, dude, it's salt.
That's what I said. Sodium chloride.
Dude, that would be salt.
1 second. Don't get copy strike. 2 seconds.
If you don't know what salt is...
I don't think that's the meme, though. The meme one is Crazier.
A double McSpanky with fries and a florp. That'll be $6.53. And $3.47's your head.
Oh, okay, Mr. Magic Man.
I memorized the prices and did the tax and change in my head.
I think I found it. It's just like the guy turned it into a serial killer. I ruined the joke and I ruined the video, but it's the funniest thing I saw whenever YouTube recommended it to me like 10 years ago. And I was like, oh, that's hilarious. All right, let's just move on. All right. What would you like the next Transformers movie to be, Chris? Ooh. Well, I honestly wanted to see Transformers 1 get a sequel because I want to see where that story goes and what they were building up to and all that. At this point, I don't even know, man. I thought the Beast Wars stuff was cool and the G.I. Joe thing, like, yeah, it's kind of interesting, but might be time to give Transformers a break. Let the audience miss it. Tony Mata says, what foe or foes will unite DC and Marvel? What foe or foes will unite DC and Marvel? You mean like is like other controversies that'll bring Marvel and DC fans together, or like villains that they could both fight? Because Pop, I'm gonna tell you right now, Tony, I'm confused. McLovin27 says the license plate was a typo. You let the guy escape. Yeah, definitely. That's definitely what happened, and I regret it every day ever since. Dark Archive says, I think Kevin Williamson should do Scream 5 to begin with. I do like 5 and 6, but I feel like 7 is feeling more originally already than 5 and 6 ever did. We'll see. We'll see how it turns out. I mean, I'm going to obviously watch the movie fairly and give it accurately. I do think Kevin Williamson is going to bring something that like some Wes Craven fans have been missing for a while, but see how the movie goes, man. The Archive says, from rumors we've been hearing and everything. Oh, yes, from the Scream 7 stuff. DJ Cleffer sends in support. Thank you so much. Joe Martinez says, could it be that Matt Reeves is banking on James Gunn's Superman to fail before moving forward with the Batman Part 2? I mean, even then, he still doesn't start filming the movie to the end of this year because that's when they plan to. So even if he finishes the script right now, you know, still got to do that. But we'll see. I doubt that's the thing he's wondering about. I don't think so. DJ Clever sends in support. Thank you. McLevin27 says, would you trust a guy like Punisher running around? No. I love the Punisher a lot. Well, it depends who he goes and offs. I guess it depends. If it's a lot of like proven 100% without a doubt, you know, like pedos or really nasty people, that like, don't deserve the life they had, maybe I'd be like, hey, let the Punisher be. Let the Punisher be. But I don't know. I feel like I would end up being one of those people where it's like, that guy kind of dangerous. I do like that skull and white boots he got on though. That he rocking that. Uh, three. Snap Twitch says 3 best your mom jokes. Better give me 3 or else. Oh my, I don't got any. Let's ask Google because I got. Okay, I'm gonna see. Underrated your mama jokes. Okay, let's see what Google says. Cause I ain't got none, homie. I ain't got none. Okay, here we go. Yo mama so fat. When she go on the scale, it said, I need your weight, not your phone up. That's actually a pretty good one. That's actually a pretty good one. Number so big it was a phone number. Think about that. Okay, we move forward. Yo mama is so fat. I took a picture of her last Christmas and it's still printed. She could just be really tall though. Doesn't mean she fat. She could just be really tall. We got to her legs, honey. I think her knees are coming in. Printer's still going. You got the ink? Yo mama is so fat when she went to the beach, a whale swam up and sang, we are family, even though you're fatter than me. Oh, that one's just cruel. Okay, I'm gonna scroll a little hard. Let's see what's with it. Yo mama's so fat that when she fell, no one was laughing, but the ground was cracking up. That's what we do now on the 3C channel. We read Yo Mama jokes from the internet. Use that to your own discretion. All right. Thief from 1981 and Dread. Okay, there's 2 different movies, buddy. You got to separate them. I do like Dread from 2012 though. My oldest fool says, I agree that audiences can make an experience so much better because the vibes are infectious. Deadpool 3, El Capitan, 1K seats, and 1 screaming was fun. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad you agree on that. Jado Halal says, hey again, do you think the reimaginings would be more embraced if they were treated more as alt universes instead of remakes? Yeah, probably. Yeah, that would be better, honestly. That way there'd be less pressure. Because, like, the whole phrase of a remake is to remake, recopy. And when you make some drastic changes or copy little things, it's like, then why are you remaking it? Take your easy paycheck and stop trying to do both, Jeffrey Martinez says, bring Shia LaBeouf. That would honestly be pretty big. I know Shia has gotten in some like controversies and things and still going on. I haven't kept up with him, so I'm not aware. But for the general audience, Shia LaBeouf coming back would be enough to be like, oh. Minecraft screening with body slamming and throwing stuff at strangers, I find acceptable though. And poor employees with those cleanups. I know, man. I hope they got paid overtime for all that. Tony Mata says, what villains will team up DC and Marvel? Oh, okay. Well, I mean, freaking Doctor Doom with in the Beyonder, the white Doctor Doom probably would do it. In the, I mean, Doomsday pretty big, but not Doomsday. A Dark Side with the League of Evil Villains probably could do it. Probably could do it. Adventures with Parker and Dad says, no question this time. Thank you for making Friday nights great. Oh, thank you. Some of us wait all week to see your lives. I can't believe that. Y'all guys are too nice. Y'all are too nice. McLevin27 says, Portal opens her Andrew S5. What? Portal opens Andrew's 5 version of you. What you do? Be honest. I just look at the portal like this. Like I'm looking at your super chat. Thank you, McLovin. Thank you. Chip Cynical says, I work at an AMC and can confirm the Karate Kid popcorn bucket is choppable. Oh, red chop secret. Oh, that's going to be dope. I cannot wait for that. Thank you for letting me know about that. DJ Cleffer sends in some love. We're done. We have concluded with the super chats and talk for the night. It has been real, mofos. It has been nice, but honestly, Papa's got to go. Papa's got to log on Fortnite and kill some Sabrina Carpenters. Because that's how I'm spending my night. Well, actually, I got to finish Black Mirror. Then I'm going to go off on some Sabrina Carpenters on Fortnite. I appreciate y'all's faces. I love having y'all here. Y'all are fantastic. Have a great night. Enjoy yourselves and more 3C content coming your way. Adios.